outfit, and our contestant of the evening is the White Whisperer! We're gonna put the whispering to the test. All right, get in there, bro. Let's go, BTD! We're gonna be talking in Denny's ear the entire time, telling him what to say, what to ask, and every round, what Denny doesn't know. We're gonna be eliminating the girls, not him. But on the last round, he'll be eliminating the last girl. Also, if you're not subscribed yet, come on, bro. Are you bro? Bro. All right, Denny, first off, go through, ask everyone's name and where they're from.
Okay, dope. All right, ladies. First and foremost, thank y'all for being here. I'm very excited to meet all of y'all. I just want to walk through and ask everybody what their name is and where y'all are from. Let's start with Chocolate Toes.
Chocolate Toes is wild.
I'm Destiny, and I'm from the Inland Empire.
Oh, okay.
IE. The IE. She's an IE girl. I don't know where that is. All right, let's move on. Tattoo Toes.
Hi, my name is Aubrey, and I am from right here in downtown LA.
Okay.
Zane keep grabbing people from the rehab center.
Yeah, what is he grabbing from down the street?
The Herm lives there, so you know it's not nice. It's real treacherous down there.
Danny, call this next one a Barbie wannabe.
Okay. All right, let's move on to the Barbie wannabe. Go ahead, number 3.
Hi, my name is Shuri. I'm French, and originally I'm from Australia, down under, and now I live in Beverly Hills.
You say you're originally from France or Australia?
I born in Paris, and I grew up in Australia, and I'm a singer.
So that's in media, that's what you do, you're a singer.
Yes, and I've got more talent in the bedroom, too.
Oh!
How you feeling so far, Denny? What do you think?
I like this group.
Denny, ask her if she ever seen Joanna Man.
Excuse me, Miss France. Are you a lover of cinema?
I love cinema.
You love cinema.
I make everyone stand on their feet when they watch me.
Oh my goodness. Have you ever seen the movie Joanna Man?
No, I haven't actually. I have to see it with you.
Okay. Number 4. I could tell this is a white woman based on the condition of your Air Force Ones. I don't know if they told you, but I'm the White
Whisperer. He's too good.
Tell me your name and where you're from.
My name is Kyra, and I'm originally from Dallas.
Okay, you're originally from Dallas, so you probably got some flavor in you, okay? That sound a little racially ambiguous.
Yeah, I'm a dancer. That's why my shoes look like that.
Okay, were you dancing in the mud? Number 5, let's talk about you. Where you're from, what's your name, girl?
Hi, I'm Mars. I'm from Ohio, unfortunately.
Oh, why you say unfortunately? That's the Midwest. I'm from the Midwest.
I mean, Ohio is whack. Nobody like Ohio.
Let's go. It's not great. It's not great out there.
Denny, ask her the hardest drug she used, because those Converses are crazy.
I'm from Wisconsin. I'm from Madison. Can I ask you just a quick personal question? What is the hardest drug you've ever done?
What do you think?
Ohio, I know there's not a lot to do, so maybe you know.
No, I think Ohio is known for like meth, but I haven't done meth.
Okay, known for meth, but you haven't done meth.
I don't know why I had to bring that up. Probably a Molly.
Molly, that's a good one. That's a fun one.
All right, now you're gonna go through and comment on everyone's shoes.
Okay. All I can judge y'all right now is based off your shoes. So let's just talk about the feet for a second. I'm not a big feet guy, but I enjoy a nice foot.
First girl gotta go.
First girl? What has she done wrong?
We got the black wedges.
Destiny? I like Destiny. Destiny's cool.
No, the second girl. Second girl.
But let me just say, nice feet. Nice feet. I might appreciate a little you know, a little petty.
No, I like the first girl.
Second girl, right? Second girl got dirty feet.
My thing is like you can tell a lot by a woman about how she takes care of her feet. If her feet are not taken care of, she does not care about her life.
Number 2, we got the Jesus sandals on. Another nice foot. All the toes are well proportioned.
And she chose to wear the Jesus sandals.
Hey, Denny, can you ask the second girl if she's ever washed her feet?
Number 2, have you ever, you wash your feet every day typically?
Yeah, when I shower every day, typically.
Ask the Barbie girl what her icks are. Be like, what's your biggest ick?
Hey Barbie, can I ask you a question? This is not really a feet question, but what are your icks?
Everything.
Oh wow.
I'm horny all the time, darling.
Oh wow. So
Nice smile, beautiful eyes, good body.
Oh, I feel my thing is though we have to keep her around because I need to just keep getting to know this person.
Hey, I'm not gonna disagree. I damn near think that's who Denny might want to date for real. You know what I'm saying? Like he seemed interested.
okay, so if everything that you said, if they don't possess that, that's a turn.
The last thing you want to go with the guy with a smelly pee-pee.
Oh. Yeah, nobody, you know, I could understand you not wanting smelly pee-pee.
Denny, if the one with the green Converses got on socks, because I need to know how dirty her feet are.
Do you have on socks with those shoes?
I do, of course.
Okay, of course.
She said,
okay.
of course. All right, so she can stay around.
She can
for
stay
sure.
around.
I think it's time we
Say
eliminate.
the second one.
I'm going to. I'm going second one. Okay, sandals.
Okay, that was fast. We're gonna eliminate number 2. So just go ahead and.
Okay.
I was about to say, so I just want you to break it to her nicely and just be like, hey, number 2, I'm really sorry, but I just wish you got pedicures more often.
Oh my
Yes, I'm
God.
gonna have to eliminate you.
Okay, ladies, sorry for the wait. All I'm seeing is feet and shoes right now, so do not take this personally.
He's setting it up. He's setting it up.
But with that being said, and I have to eliminate contestant number 2, I just wish, you know, you got pedicures more often.
Talk to him, Denny.
I'm sorry.
Talk to him.
Oh, she's bad.
Tell me your name again.
Not worth it. But I get pedicures a lot, just not for YouTube videos.
We messed up.
We definitely did mess that up.
Nice. Everything looks good.
Yeah.
Everything looks good. This
Thank
isn't.
you.
Oh my
And
goodness.
she walked off like out of here.
I am so sorry. I am so sorry.
Yeah, we're not off to a great start.
We are not. All right. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, legs. Okay, legs. Number 3, clearly I was incorrect. I judged the shoes before I judged the total ensemble. But now that I'm seeing
He losing his powers.
This is a fraud.
and you look a little petite, I like that. You know what I'm saying? That's important for me.
Yeah, okay, so we got to keep her around for him. I feel like he likes her, and I just eliminated.
Which one does he like?
All right, now you're gonna go and ask them one by one. Describe their dream man.
Describe to me your dream man.
Oh, my dream man.
Yes. What are those
Okay.
attributes?
Okay, he has to have nice teeth for sure, straight teeth, not yellow, giving very much white teeth.
Very much white, of
yes.
course.
Hair needs to be up to standard, up to code.
Like a lineup.
A
gotta keep it
lineup,
crispy.
wave, something. It has to be crispy. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Yeah, yeah.
Wave. So you like a black man?
You know, I don't discriminate. I love
Well,
all
I never
men.
met a white man with waves.
Me either. But I love all men. Period.
Okay. Miss Patties,
Okay, so
tell me what kind of man you like.
the first thing we go on the inside.
The inside, okay.
I would like him to be smart,
Smart,
kind,
kind,
caring, faithful,
okay, faithful.
respectful.
I ask her, what about height? What kind of height you looking for?
Okay, what about height? Is there a height requirement for you?
Well, I could tell you not as tall, but I dated small guys. I would like short guys
Well,
before.
how did I go to small? There's an in-between between tall and small.
Well, I think if he's got a great personality, the height is irrelevant.
Okay, I like that.
Tell her your fun size, Denny.
I'm fun-sized.
Got married.
Jesus was small.
That's a mail-in-order bride.
Hey, tell her she's taking too long. We gotta move on.
Okay, all right. You taking a little time. We'll move on.
Don't forget, we need him to be good in the bedroom. Too.
Oh,
He need to give me orgasms, otherwise what's for?
Something about an orgasm.
What the?
Yeah, it scared me just a little bit. We gonna go ahead and move on. Let's go ahead and go with our dancer.
Yeah.
Tell me the kind of man you attracted to.
Handsome, good teeth, nice smile, good hygiene, good personality, have to make me laugh. I like somebody who's adventurous, spontaneous.
Oh yeah, you like a thrill.
Yeah.
Get to your Hertz Let's Go moment faster than ever by joining our free Hertz Gold Plus Rewards loyalty program. Plus, members save up to 10%. Sign up today at hertz.co.uk/join. Terms and conditions apply. See hertz.co.uk.
Thank you very much.
I feel like her and Denny hitting it off a little bit. She playing with her hair too. She playing with her hair.
Get her out of here.
Green Converse. What's your ideal man?
I like creative, hard worker, really driven.
Okay.
If their work aligns with my work, it's really important to me because we can like build an empire together.
Love an empire. You want like a Beyonce, Jay-Z type of thing.
Exactly. Yes.
We're gonna have you ask them each if you bring them to the cookout, what's one item they're gonna bring to your family cookout?
Okay, cool. I got another question for y'all. And let's say my family is throwing a cookout. What would you bring to said cookout?
Okay, so two things.
Two things. Love that.
Well, first thing is I'm vegan, so that's that right there.
Right there. Stop it right there. That's enough. Stop. Move on. Move on.
But second thing
No, we don't need to hear the second because the number one wasn't good. My family from the South, you bring some vegan foods to one of my aunties,
I wasn't
girl,
even
they
about
gonna be
to
like,
say I was gonna bring no vegan food. You didn't even let me finish.
okay, go ahead.
Damn,
I'm so sorry.
cutting me
She's
off,
more of a
like-
beyond person or an impossible person in terms of meat. Like,
Okay, real quick though, I have a question about the vegan life. Are you more of a beyond or an impossible meat person?
I'm a beyond.
hey, that's a good sign.
Yeah.
Okay, but
that
the real
beyond
question
over
is,
impossible.
if you came to my family barbecue and you just had to eat meat for my aunt, would you do it?
But anyway, back to what I was saying before you cut me off.
Well, let me cut you off one more time. No, real quick, Destiny, I'm so sorry. If you came to my family's cookout, right, and one of my aunties was like, girl, you better taste you this little piece of rib, would you eat meat from my family?
I have to respect my boundaries. That's really.
That's a good answer.
To Miss Pattis, tell me what you would bring to the cookout.
Well, I'm a chef.
Oh.
So, the most delicious French dessert that will leave them wanting more and more.
All right, Perry. All right, now, Miss Dancer, what you bringing to the cookout?
Some barbecue baked beans.
Woo! Love that. And you ain't hesitate. Love me some baked beans. Let's move on. Green Converse.
So I was actually born in Alabama, and all my family is from there.
Yes.
So we have lots of good recipes that I grew
Love
up
it.
making. My personal favorite is asparagus casserole. It's not everyone's favorite, but I do make a mean asparagus casserole.
You said what kind of casserole?
So tell her that's definitely not it. What would her backup dish
I'm gonna go ahead and say that ain't it, boo boo. Black people ain't too prone to casserole. I'm gonna just tell you that. Do we have a backup dish, perhaps?
Yeah, I mean, of course, I can make ribs and, meat and cornbread and stuff like that. But
Oh, you can make cornbread and ribs, and you started with a casserole?
I gotta be true to myself, okay?
You not being true to yourself. Be true to my aunties and my uncles.
How would your parents feel about bringing home a black boyfriend?
Cause I gotta hear a little bit more from you. Because you are from Ohio and you are a white, how would your parents feel about you bringing home a black man?
Well, I mean, I have dated.
She said, I never.
I have dated a black guy before. I've dated a couple.
Just a singular?
No, I mean a couple. Well, I haven't dated a lot of men.
Wait a minute. What have you dated?
More women.
Oh, wow.
There you go.
Little
Back in the race.
bilateral going on. Okay, back in the
The
race.
asparagus casserole don't sound too bad now.
Okay, that casserole might not sound too bad now. Okay, let's move on. Dancer, how you feel? Okay, we'll just ask, just cause. How would your family feel about you bringing home a black man?
They would love for me to bring home a black man. They'd be happy.
Well, okay, but what if he's 5'2"?
Okay, cool. We're gonna go ahead.
No. Ask what if he's 5'2" though.
Okay. Okay. Well, we're gonna stick with you, dancer. What if he's 5'2"?
5'2"?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm short, so it's not bad, but I would prefer him to at least be 5'5".
Well, that's just a hypothetical. That's a hypothetical question.
I mean, if you got a great personality.
Yeah. Great personality.
I guess.
That's cool. We're gonna go ahead and move on.
You can call me. He's over it.
Francais, how would you feel? How would your family feel about you bringing home a black man since y'all don't have him where you from?
As long as I'm happy and as long as he's respectful to them and to me in front of them, they will be very happy for me.
Okay, good. Simple answer. Destiny?
Well, I'm black. You're black.
Amen.
I don't see a problem.
Don't see a problem.
I feel like we gotta make it up to him.
We do have to make it up for him. I agree.
The third girl's into him. The 5'2", she didn't even flinch.
I think we gotta go 1 or 2.
Yeah.
But I want to keep number 2.
We gotta keep number
because it's
2.
too funny. But
Then let's do number 1.
But
Let's
number
do
1, I feel like it's okay. Let's do number 1. She's gonna probably be cute.
I think it's 1 or 4 that we should take out. We're stuck between 1 and 4. Do you have a preference? Just shoot a number with your fingers. 1. Okay.
So I want you to say Destiny. Unfortunately, I am not a part of your destiny.
You're so fucking.
See, look. Hold on. Don't. That was the least amount of.
Diddy.
That was the least amount of riz you could use.
Say it. Say that shit.
Destiny, unfortunately, you're not a part of my destiny.
Oh, she is gorgeous.
Oh, y'all was.
Oh, she is
bugging. I told
gorgeous.
Stand up. You eliminated me. Stand up. How you feel? Sorry. Bye.
Oh, no. We ain't sorry about that. You picked your own destiny, buddy.
That was your destiny for real. But then she was fine. Turn around in 1, 2, 3.
Okay, we really going with this Barbie theme. Okay. Wow. All right. I'm not over this.
He's looking at the other girls that are sitting watching. Literally. It's all bad.
He don't even want to play no more.
You don't want to be here.
He's sweating now.
Still got some good contestants. First question for you. We go out on a date, it's my treat, right? How much would you expect me to spend on the first date?
I don't like you to spend a lot of money because I work hard for my money and I don't want to use you.
Oh.
Ask her what she do for her money.
What do you do to make money?
I produce my own TV show.
Oh, you have a TV show?
Yeah.
Miss Dancer, how much do you expect me to pay? Or do you expect me to pay?
Yeah, of course you're paying, but
Oh, she's used to it.
More about the vibe?
yeah, a vibe.
So what if I didn't pay? Would you look at me differently after that?
Maybe a little bit. Yeah.
So it's a wrap for me?
It's not a wrap. It's just like a little red flag.
Oh, wow. Same question to you.
If you asked me, I would expect you to pay. But if I asked you, then I would expect to pay just because, like, dating women, that's kind of how it goes.
Yeah. Well, you date women too, so do you expect the woman to pay? Is it equal opportunity?
It's kind of just who asks who.
So if you ask me, you would pay?
Yeah.
You're gonna ask them each if they're open to an open relationship.
So since you're bisexual, are you open to like dating other people, having like an open situation?
I'm not polyamorous, no.
Okay, let's get back to Dancer. How do you feel about an open relationship?
I don't like sharing. If you're mine, you're mine.
Okay.
He definitely. She has to stay. I think.
Yeah, I asked you the same thing, Miss France.
Would you like to suck lollipop like everyone puts in their mouth?
Would I like to suck a lollipop that other people have put in their mouth?
It's a beautiful metaphor.
Ask would they skip a Beyonce concert to go to church with you? Ask it, Denny.
Because I am a man of God, my religion and my faith is very important to me. We're gonna start with you, Miss France. Would you skip a Beyonce concert to go to church with me?
Yes, I do.
Well, I wanna hear this from a dancer. I know how important Beyonce might be to you. Are you willing to skip that concert to go to church with me?
Yeah, I love Beyonce, but I love God more. So yeah, for sure.
Fantastic answer. Fantastic answer. All right, Ms. Green, Converse.
Yeah, I mean, why not? I'm.
That laughter didn't make me feel
It
confident.
did. She's not really. I mean,
Do you believe in God?
So I grew up in the church.
Okay. Yeah, your family from the South.
Yeah, but it was not the best experience for me. I have a lot of like religious trauma.
Because of the gay thing?
Yeah, partially. If you were queer, you got kicked out of my school.
Wow.
How you feeling? You want to take out that black girl? No, he doesn't.
He likes her. That's why I said Denzel.
Okay, who do you want to take out? You think? Just show us a number. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, I'm gonna deliberate for a second and figure out.
All right, Danny, you can go ahead and eliminate number 2.
Just kidding.
I'm kidding.
Just kidding.
I'm kidding. Number one.
As much as I love everything you said, and I think you're an incredible woman, I gotta let you go, France.
oh, the hairpiece goes crazy. What?
Oh.
How does he feel about it? I don't even know what just happened. I don't even.
All right, Zane, it's time for them to step in front of the curtain. Oh, Lord.
All right, you're gonna turn around in 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Is he excited? Okay, he a little excited. He's a little excited.
Have him rate you 1 through 10.
What do y'all think about me off rip? Go ahead and rate me 1 through 10. Go ahead.
I'll give you like an 8.5.
Okay.
Hey.
I love the shoes.
Yeah.
I feel like, oh gosh.
Don't overthink it. Just go blurt out anything.
9.9.
Great. That's good. This is good. Okay, now that I see y'all, both of y'all are beautiful. Let's start there. This is very good. It's been very hard for me because obviously I didn't know what was going on.
Ask them, did they think you would be taller?
Because I can whip out the stilts.
I'm sorry. Can I just ask them some questions?
No, you gotta ask it. You gotta ask it.
Okay. Did you think that I would be taller?
No.
Are you disappointed?
Come on, man. Are you disappointed?
No.
Let's go.
I just want to say it has nothing to do with any of y'all beauty or what y'all worth is. I got a lot of people, a lot of influences telling me what I need to do. Y'all are
Speed it up.
Nobody care about your PR campaign.
So listen. So it comes with the heavy heart that I have to eliminate one of you. With that being said, I think that my pick, number 1. Can y'all please just make some noise for her? You're beautiful and you're great.
Yeah, let's go in there.
Yeah, come on in. Let me get it in my ear.
Any regrets?
Y'all are so dumb.
Why you got lipstick on your face?
Man, it got
And y'all the perfect little, oh my
It got
God.
weird.
Look at this.
It got weird.
The perfect couple. Hey, this is what we do, guys. We're finding love for our friends. All in a day's work. Good night.
My bag and I gotta brag, I do this shit for real. When we was down and we had nothing, we had to share a meal. We put the shit in.
You're like, do you always talk this much?
You always talk this much?
I think for me personally, it started from day one. One of the things that really did strike me when I joined was someone said on my induction, we want you to come as you are, we want you to be who you are. And to be honest, over the years, that has been consistent in the way I have been treated and the way I've seen people being treated. I'm very focused on mentoring, so that we have what we call the Black Heritage Mentoring Circles, and I have one on my own with a number of people who I mentor. If you want to change things from a diversity perspective, you need to tackle the issue and have initiatives that are really focused on your Black heritage colleagues.
This is the 112th episode of Middle Ground, and we want you to help us decide what the next 112 episodes will be. Join our Middle Ground Patreon community and make Middle Ground with us.
I was chosen to read the following prompt. White Americans have way more advantages than Black Americans.
I think I'm a rarity here.
It would seem so.
Do white Americans have more advantages because they're white, or do just white Americans have advantages because of historic factors? I think that people want to argue at the end of the day over whether it's because you're white or not. I think that the answer is because you're white in the past, and that's how it kind of carries over to today. You know, even in times of the United States history where Black people tried to build wealth, you know, with the Tulsa riots and everything, where that this wealth has been destroyed. And something that's upsetting to me is when conservatives talk about how we can't blame the past for what's happening in the present. That is true to some extent, but then the next breath they'll talk about how important it is to have dual parent households, how important it is to have a strong family, to have responsibility passed on from parent to child. And we've seen in the past that because of racial issues, that process has been severely disrupted.
The funny thing is that agreeing with all these things is when I did my research when I was younger, which arrived me to my standpoint of being a conservative, because I believed it was racist, Democrat, liberal ideologies and policies dating all the way back to the 1800s, all the way up to the 1960s, and then the purported big switch. But I think it was more so when Democrats decided to be a bit more cloak and dagger about their true opinions of Black people and be more secretive and more, oh, we want to help you by doing these things and seeing them as
Doing
inferior.
what things?
Affirmative action, welfare, all sorts of things that eventually ruin our culture and place us where we are now.
So
but I want to get back to the history of it, because we're talking about.
Well, I just want to make sure we're clear. Giving them money hurt them, right? Is that what you're saying?
Well, yes, giving them, because if your father's out of the home, that's when we give you the money. If you're living in this housing,
so then give them the money while the dad's
rent-free,
well, then give them the money while the dad's in the home.
If you're working this amount of hours and getting less than this amount of dollars, you're getting money from the government. Yes, it is incentivizing.
You're throwing the baby out with the bathwater.
I don't even know what that means in this scenario, because yes,
you're
okay, you want to talk about throwing babies out with the bathwater? Margaret
for
Sanger wanted to exterminate the Black race because she thought they were weeds. So yeah, we can literally talk about throwing the baby out with the bathwater. That's what Margaret Sanger, that's what Democrat policies wanted to do to my people. So that's why I feel so strongly about it, because it is these policies that date back centuries that were built off of the death and poverty of my people.
Let's take a breath.
Sure. I'm breathing.
Okay.
So a lot of babies aren't, but I am, sadly.
I don't know what that means. When I say throw the baby out with the bathwater, you want to completely get rid of welfare, okay? Or at least I don't want to put that on you haven't said that, but the conservative apparatus does, clearly. So giving money to a group of people does not hurt them.
I mean, sure, if you're talking about a lottery, you just take money. But
yes.
there are strings attached to that money.
Take all the money.
There are strings attached
Give
to
them
that
millions. Make them all millionaires. I don't care. Giving money to Black people does not hurt them.
And that has not happened, though. That has not happened.
What do you mean?
That has not happened.
It
hasn't been a reparations. It hasn't been this or that. It has been a welfare program, Great Societies Act, that was built off of the idea of, hey, we get these families split up, we get these people living here.
So then let them keep the family together and keep all the money.
I mean, I guess so, but I guarantee you there's no way that
Why would you not advocate for that?
So in your, I guess, research of like history of this country and everything, do you find like the Reconstruction era and like the failures of like what it wanted to be and then what it ended up being, and then which led into had downstream effects to enter into the Jim Crow era, and you have policies like redlining that influence how schools are funded. The downstream effects of slavery, do you think put Black people as generally in a worse off position than white Americans?
I think generation by generation, the effects of slavery have been diluted, but generation by generation, the effects of racism, welfare-based policies, and things of that nature became even more great. So in the 80s or so, when we had our first black members of Congress, which were indeed Republicans, I think that was a great start for things. But obviously we had terrible things that happened, like the Tulsa massacre, among black people being chased out of their homes by the KKK.
Sure.
All funded by the Democrat Party, all supported by the Democrat
Okay,
Party.
well, I mean, I need to stop you there. Can you attribute not to the party but to the ideology? Because I think when you think, regardless of whatever the party switch was, traditionally conservative values did not that's more aligned with more racist policies in this country.
It's very difficult to compare 2020's conservatism to 1880s conservatism. Oh, I was loving the 1v4.
So personally, I feel like there's really only one thing that white people have a true advantage over black people with, and it's that white people are less likely to be forced into a box. It happens with black people onto other black people, but it especially happens with white liberals onto black conservatives, where we are told that we are supposed to think a certain way, be a certain way, and if we're not, then we're called all these names like etc. And the worst of all is bootlicker, because I hate when a white liberal tells me as a black man that I'm a bootlicker, because then I ask, whose boot am I licking? Because you're telling me as a white person that me as a black person that I'm licking your boot because I don't think in this box that you want me to frame my mentality in. That to me is real racism, and that's what we need to stop allowing to happen to us, because black people are so quick now to not branch out and to have new ways of thinking, or to go into careers like agriculture and these other career paths that black people don't typically get into. It's not because of racism stopping them from getting in there. It's because we're told for so long that you have to follow this path and you have to think a certain way.
I think America is a great place for a black person. I think I'm an American. Anything that's available to you is available to me and mine.
I've personally never experienced white people having way more privileges than me. Like, I'm sure you could find certain institutions where black people are treated differently, but in general, I don't think that I've missed out on anything because of being black. And if anything, it's given me more of a voice because people will want to hear what I say now because I'm black. So if anything, I have more of a platform now just on the basis of being a black conservative and saying what's not popular than I would if I was just a white person who was also conservative.
I agree with the Supreme Court's decision to end affirmative action.
I think, I'm not going to start. Someone else can start. Sorry.
I think affirmative action has served its purpose. I think that it was necessary for a particular time, and I think that every black person knows how to get into college. I mean, you could pull out the names, the Oprah, President Obama. You can pull out the head of Time Warner was black man, the Forbes was black man. We know what to do now. We don't need affirmative action anymore. And to me, affirmative action is offensive sometimes, especially nowadays, because I have 6 children. And 2 boys, 4 girls. And all of them went to Harvard and Columbia and this one and that one. And it breaks my heart to think that they accomplished that goal of getting into these institutions just because of the color of their skin.
I can definitely say that it creates a lot of tension when you have affirmative action. I remember my first week at the University of Illinois, I was sitting with some classmates and a white student turned to me and jokingly like, "Hey Xavier, like, did you just attach a smiley face when you applied for this college?" And I started asking what he meant, and he said to me that he was like, "You're black, I'm assuming you had decent grades. You could have just attached a smiley face and you would have gotten into the university." So I was livid by that, and I went off. I started naming all of my accomplishments, and I felt so confident only for about an hour, because then an hour later I started saying to myself, like, wow, like, did I actually earn my way in here? I started to have this insecurity, and I started wondering to myself, did I earn this position myself, or did my ancestors' suffering earn this for me?
And too, I've seen it in the sense of like affirmative action taking away from other people who are minorities. Like I had a friend who was Asian and he in high school and he really wanted to go to MIT. That was his dream school. He interned there. He was super like prepared to go there and he didn't get in. And you can only assume that it was because of affirmative action because they have such a large Asian population that they want to admit other people.
Yeah, I was going to actually argue that it's more racist nowadays because it excludes so many Asian Americans from getting into universities who do deserve a spot and they can't get in because of affirmative action, which again, like you were saying, was necessary at the time. Yeah. But now it's like anybody, if you have the skills to do it and you're in America, you can get in.
I don't think affirmative action is the worst thing, considering all the different types or aspects of a background you might take into account when somebody's getting into college, whether they were in certain clubs, Boy Scouts, what type of classes they took that might not be available to everybody. I don't think that factoring in the affirmative action is necessarily a bad thing, but I feel like because of everything you guys have said, the optics behind it are so horrible today that even if it is slightly beneficial in the long run for certain people, I think we can probably refocus most of that into figuring out like the class that people come from, the neighborhoods, the backgrounds or whatever, without it having to necessarily target race. The only thing that I kind of wonder now that it's gone is instead of a black person being in school thinking like, man, am I here because I'm an affirmative action pick, is it going to be a kid that is poor or a kid that's from a different zip code?
I think we should do away with all of it. It's just like submit an application, no demographics. Why do they ask your sexuality? Like, why do they ask all that stuff?
So, if affirmative action accomplished its purpose, why do we still see the disparities that we do in the professional workplace? If you average white wealth and compare it to black wealth totals, white people as a whole have about 50 times greater wealth than black people as a whole per capita. So I just don't understand why you think affirmative action has accomplished its purpose. I don't see
Curious,
that.
why do you assume that just because there is a disparity means it's because of a racial issue?
What else would it be from?
I mean,
upbringing, economic abilities,
desire to
skills.
go, desire to.
I mean,
So
zip
it
code
was their
does
fault
play a
then.
lot. If you grow up in a neighborhood that experiences a lot of trauma, you're not as likely to do as well in school, which means you're.
Why did they grow up in a neighborhood that experiences a lot of trauma?
I mean, lots of people do.
Yes,
live in
but
a-
why specifically do more black people?
Government assistance programs.
Government assistance programs, like what?
Try redlining.
I mean, you can go into that if you'd like to, but let's take
It
a
is
look
relevant.
at the Great Societies Act, which was created to kick black fathers out of the home and get black mothers on welfare assistance. These things aren't beneficial for economics. These things aren't beneficial for actually paving a way for success for black children and black families. I mean, reducing a two-family household to a one-family household isn't going to make them the richest man in the world. It isn't even going to get them out of high school. Nonetheless,
You mean
the ability
parent.
to even get to college.
You mean
Yeah,
two-parent?
the child, yes, but a two-parent household
Yeah.
in comparison to a one-parent household, that child is not going to be nearly as successful. That child is more disposed to being sent into prison by doing crimes or not doing very well in school. So how are they even supposed to get that, that wealth disparity shrunk if they aren't even able to get out of the community that is causing these problems for them?
Something I think that this conversation illustrates is that like affirmative action is literally the very end of the line of a lot of different parts of a person's life. And by that point, trying to rectify all of the inequities that have existed, to try to remedy any of that at the very end with affirmative action, it might just be too broad a brush, and maybe we'd be better served focusing on the earlier issues than trying to throw a kid who maybe can barely read at a 6th grade level into a college to hope that that's the thing that fixes the problem at the end of the line.
I think affirmative action wasn't really supposed to like send kids to Harvard that weren't prepared to go to Harvard. I think that's quite a myth, in fact. I think those that have the qualities to get to Harvard were, before affirmative action, could just completely overlooked. Clarence Thomas is like the perfect example. Regardless of what you think about him, he was able to get to Harvard because of affirmative action, because it focused on finding people that were again just overlooked for those.
But things ended up changing. It morphed into something else. So what started out as a good program of giving all black people or people with a lesser chance or lesser opportunity, it started out as that, and then it morphed. And I'm not sure who morphed it, but it morphed into, okay, so now we have to have one black, one Hispanic, one this, one that.
That's not how that works.
But hey, talk to the corporations, talk to the people who hire, talk to the board members who say we need to have a woman on the board, we need to have a black on the board, we need to have a Latina, a Latinx, whatever, on the board. So it morphed from helping us into now
Tokenization.
Yes. So you have to have one of this, one of that.
Well, when you start with a country where people only hire you if you're white, that's necessary. And I know that you said that it started good and then ended whatever. And I don't think that affirmative action was perfect by any measure, but we still see really, really bad inequality. So if you're going to get rid of affirmative action, what's the replacement?
Meritocracy.
There's no meritocracy in
Yes,
this
there
country. You look at Elon Musk, he's destroying Twitter. There's no meritocracy. That's ridiculous.
Well, first thing I want to bounce back to is it's not a myth that there are like minorities that are being put into colleges that they're not ready for. If you look at a lot of these top universities, including Harvard, Yale, etc., you're going to see a lot of minorities on academic probation because they are being placed in universities that they are not ready for. They are not cut out for that just yet. And it even just makes sense if you look at how much they have to achieve in order to get there. Asian students on average have to score 450 points higher than a black student in order to get in the same university. So if you think of the universities that have courses, et cetera, that grade on a curve, you can only have so many people with an A, so many people with a B, etc. So that means that the bottom percentile is going to fail. Who is most likely, just based on logic, going to be the ones failing? It's going to be the people who didn't have the credentials to get there in the first place. And then I have to bounce back to.
I want to get you on that point, because I would posit that the people who are least likely to have good outcomes in an academic setting are those who have to work 2 jobs, are those who have to drive there from home because they can't afford a dorm, are those who have to go into crippling financial debt. These are and have other stresses in their life. They can't afford a doctor, they can't afford a dentist, they can't afford anything.
I had to do
so
that too, though.
Those are the
That's
people.
not just black people. It's not just.
But it's
If we're looking at
overwhelmingly.
straight numbers, there are more white people in poverty than black people.
If you look at the raw numbers, but if you
I don't know,
actually
what are the
understand what
wrong
you're talking
numbers?
about.
No
The
number
issue
is
is poverty
wrong.
in general, though. I don't think it's like who's in poverty. It's like poverty sucks. It
Maybe we
shouldn't
should make
matter
college
who's in it.
free, and maybe we want to have affirmative action wouldn't be that necessary.
And it'll get even more ghetto.
If you have a program that says if you are under a certain income level, this is how we'll help you, that will overwhelmingly help black people at a far greater percentage than it will help white people.
Trump supports Black lives.
I think that President Trump supports all lives. I think that he looks at all American citizens as equal. I don't see him doing anything that would make you feel like he does not support Black lives. That's, of course, going to lead into the conversation of Black Lives Matter, which was a movement and an organization with so much corruption. Donald Trump not supporting that organization doesn't mean that he doesn't support Black lives. It just means that he doesn't support the fraudulent organization that's stealing so much money from so many people to do absolutely nothing with it, nor does he support a destructive movement that is destroying cities, communities, lives, etc. So I don't see why someone would think that President Trump doesn't support Black lives.
I've heard him say he knows all the best black people. He has all the best black friends. I do support black people all the time. So sorry, that was a very bad impression, but I don't think Donald Trump wants bad things to happen to black people. So in that respect, I think he does support Black lives. But the other side of that is he's not really doing anything. He didn't do anything as president, certainly, to uplift black people.
The economy affects black people.
Yeah, I certainly disagree with that point. One of the biggest things I
What does he do for the
supported
economy?
personally. Well, yeah, we'll get into that one later. One of the biggest things he did is he secured permanent funding for HBCUs, one of the largest increases we ever saw for HBCUs, personally done by his administration, among many other things. The First Step Act, which, there's a lot of debate about whether it was really the best thing to do, but that was definitely a kiss of love to the black race. Freeing Alice Johnson for menial drug crimes she committed in the past that had her locked up. She did not get to see her family for years.
Yeah, but that's not like, okay, I did say I agree, but I agree in the sense that Donald Trump doesn't literally want bad things to happen to black people, like I think a lot of conservatives do. So I think that he just says the most yeah, I do think that. I think he says the things that will get him elected. So I don't think that he has any personal grudges against most people. He just says the most popular thing. So I think like Ron DeSantis would be somebody that I think actually wants black people to be hurt. So by that standard, yeah, Donald Trump supports Black lives by leaps and bounds.
You think Donald Trump says the most popular thing?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Then why do so many people hate him?
He got elected as president.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
He didn't win the popular vote. Neither time.
That's a liberal
what your
talking
side
point.
wants to say.
That's a liberal talking
I'm
point.
helping you here. I'm trying to see the logic in this. Obviously, he says things to be elected as a politician very similarly to how Joe Biden did, except Joe Biden actually has a history of racism.
If he said things that people didn't like, he wouldn't have been our president.
So you like everything that Donald Trump says? You think everything he says is popular?
I love a lot of the things he says. I think he's hilarious. When he said big water, that was one of my favorite quotes. Big water.
Water, big water, ocean water.
He has the funniest one-liners, so I love a lot of the things he says. As far as policy, he sucks, but...
I'm just shocked you're wearing a Hunter Biden hat. He likes a different kind of one line.
Oh, I know, conservatives love talking about his...
No, Coke. It's different. Coke, not...
Trump is less of the issue and more so the people that support him, like Die Hard. They facilitate that kind of like hate, I think, for a lot of people, not just black people, but like...
I mean, this man took out like a full page in a newspaper calling for the public execution of 5 black kids. His hotels, all of his businesses have rampant history of denying black people apartments or whatever. So
I forgot about that. I should not have stepped forward.
Look, I mean, Donald Trump cares about Donald Trump, so I don't think he really cares about anyone, I guess, unless you're like super rich or whatever.
When you look at his history on racial issues, whether it's the shithole countries comment, the plethora of comments he made about Mexican people, just the comments he's made about Muslims, the idea that Trump cares at all about some particular racial minority, I think is a little bit silly. I think Trump will say whatever he needs to say to rile up his base and to get elected.
I don't necessarily think those statements come from a place of hatred. I don't think he was ever saying specifically, oh, if you pray 5 times a day towards the east or towards Mega based on wherever you are, you're a bad person. I think he was saying if you like to fly planes into towers or behead people or throw people off of buildings, maybe you're not the most virtuous person out there.
I supported Trump because he made the economy good, and so the economy then impacted black people, white people, Latino people. It impacted everybody. But Trump, he didn't think specifically, I don't think, about black people. He thought about himself, and he thought about how can I make America great for me, and making and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna go with this guy, and the reason I'm gonna go with this guy is because if he can make America great and he can make that rise for everybody, I'm gonna benefit from that. So that's why I went, and that's why I voted for him. That's why I supported him.
How does that specifically benefit black people? Again, he's a businessman, but he's also a racist businessman, like well documented. So like
and Biden's not. Biden's not.
Yes, he is. He created the crime bill. So that's regardless of the point.
Address the Central Park 5. That's what you brought up, right? How do you feel about that?
Well,
he took that full
actually,
page out
okay,
after they were
so I haven't.
He wanted them to be killed, executed, just because they were black.
That story.
And he bars people from attending his businesses or like renting apartments from all his like stupid Trump towers. I
think Trump at that point was, like many people in this room, particularly liberals, a victim of the media. I think he was scared. I think he was ashamed of the things that he heard in the news and wanted to take action himself as a businessman, not as a racist.
Why are you infantilizing him?
I don't like, also real quick, because you keep bringing up this comparison to the '93 crime bill from Biden. That crime bill, this was at the height of like violent crime and the crack epidemic in the United States. The Congressional Black Caucus supported that crime bill. Everybody in the United States supported that crime bill. The idea that that crime bill was like some racist piece of legislation that Biden was just wheeling out because he hates black people, and that's somehow comparable to the Donald Trump's treatment of the Central Park 5 that were already exonerated, that wasn't a victim of the media. The media said they were done. They were exonerated in court. They weren't there.
As I understand it, the prosecutor of the 5, he was a black guy, and so in being a black guy, he went and he looked at all the evidence and said these guys are guilty.
Black people can also be racist against other black people.
Or just make mistakes.
So if anybody does anything you disagree with in regards to the Central Park 5, even if they themselves are a black person, they're just a self-loathing black person, they're just a racist black person.
If they disagree with me, they're racist.
That prosecutor was doing his job.
That's my policy. If they disagree with me, they're racist.
I like that.
I think Trump has shown a history of ignorant at best and racist at worst behavior. I didn't vote for him or Hillary because I just don't see him as a conservative hero. I don't even think he's a conservative.
Fake conservative. I voted Trump in 2016, just so you all know. So I'm just saying.
So I need you to elaborate on if people disagree with you, they're racist, just in general.
I was just kidding.
He's just,
You never know.
Just like
one
the
of those
hat.
kind of moments.
Sorry if I triggered you. I'm sorry.
You made a point. You made a point
Okay.
a couple of minutes back where you said he just kind of says these things to rile up his base. Why does he need to do that at the expense of black people then?
He doesn't do that at the. I am a member of his base, and I'm sitting there like, oh man, this is amazing. And I don't know, you can call me self-loathing, you can call me self-hating,
so you're
you can call
saying
me
calling
racist.
for the public execution of 5 black men that were exonerated to
When
rile
has he
up
done
his
that
base?
during the campaign trail? He didn't do that when he was a politician.
Well,
he did that
again,
when he was a scared businessman in New York.
It's
feeling
everything
bad.
Steve said about the comments about Muslims, the comments about Mexican immigrants. Why does he
never about Mexican immigrants, never about Muslims, about terrorists and about criminals and rapists. These are very important delineations to make. And if you believe that
think
what
you
fed the media
understand,
about,
or
it's all
I think
Mexican immigrants, I think it's more of you being, oh man, these poor Mexicans, they need to be supported. It's more of that savior complex. Wow,
what was
we're
the
back
rationale
again.
behind axing or trying to axe DACA? These people were registered with the federal government, they were in school, they were doing everything that they needed to do. They had no home elsewhere. They were brought into this country as minors. Like, what's the explanation for
I
that?
think
Like,
that requires more nuance. Like I mentioned before, I
You
think
already
there were
paid
some
for their
people.
education.
I think
Why
there
would
were
you
some
wanna kick
people
them out?
feeding him bad policy advice, thinking, "Oh, this will be really good for your base," and he's doing a lot as a
Just
president.
That's okay.
him.
That's okay if we feel that way. But
So,
at the end of the
so if I take responsibility for something, if I say he has responsibility for something, well then you're right. But if I'm saying, well, maybe there are some people around him advising him falsely,
Dude,
it's infantilizing.
He
him.
was the president.
There's no good way.
He
through this
called
for
the
him.
shots. What are you talking about?
The only path forward to solving illegal immigration starts with amnesty for everybody here. The reality is there's some 10 to 15 million illegal immigrants here. We're not deporting them all.
With the people who are already here, that's a lot more of a messy, nuanced conversation. But as far as people coming in, I do think we need stronger borders and actual like vetting happening.
And I just want to say, in Ronald Reagan's day, he was given the promise. He said, look, if you go ahead and you pass this particular bill, we'll give these people amnesty and we're done. And it didn't happen. We didn't. Illegal immigration continued even after Reagan already said we will give these people amnesty. So that's why we get a burr up our butt, because he had already done it.
Hopefully the devil's giving him amnesty.
True.
That's terrible.
No, that's base. Thank you.
Tasteless.
Wow.
Ninth circle, baby.
My political beliefs have changed from the past.
I grew up in a conservative household, actually, in Ohio. And my parents were always pretty political, so I always stayed political. I was very religious as a teenager. Sometime during college and then afterwards, especially during COVID, my sister actually indoctrinated me into a more leftist position. And I overcorrected a little bit. I started becoming pretty cringy as far as like, sit down and let the minorities all talk, right? Don't say anything, don't speak over them, etc. They would, it was like the whole you can't speak over Candace Owens even if she's literally a Nazi kind of thing. So I stand by that. So yeah, I kind of leveled out thankfully, and I'm less cringe now.
Did you? Are you?
I cringed.
This is leveled out. Imagine if we would have been here a year ago.
I mean, maybe I am being cringe. Who cares?
So I grew up conservative, but I did have more left-leaning ideas about like Black Lives Matter and critical race theory, and I was watching a lot of YouTube, and I did agree that Black people were oppressed and all of these different things, and that we were kind of got the short end of the stick. And during 2020, when there was everything crazy was happening, and I started organizing rallies against the mandates because I thought that they were just totally unconstitutional and un-American. And then George Floyd dies, and initially I was like enraged like everybody else. And then it started to become this weird like political like agenda masquerading or behind his face. Like the face of what was actually happening started to peel off, and I was like, oh, I mean, I would counter-protest BLM activists at my town square when I lived in Texas, and they were some of the most just bitter, vile, horrible people you could ever meet. Meanwhile, like the Confederate group that would protest there against them also, they were like the nicest people ever to me, ironically.
I grew up in a democratic, not a democratic household, but kind of apolitical, but everybody was Democrat. And then I got a job. And when I got a job and I saw all the taxes come out and I started looking to the left and to the right and going, oh, my money's whittling away over here. And I said, you know what? After Reagan, I'm just going to go ahead and declare myself a Republican, and I've been a Republican ever since.
My mom is pretty liberal. She married my stepdad when I was like 15, 16 in high school, and he's super conservative, like loved Trump, diehard Trump fan. And they had a lot of like back and forth, hearing the two sides, like people who are on such polar opposites just like argue all the time about stuff, seeing that there's a lot of similarities in both sides, like the far radical left and the far radical right, they have a lot of similarities. They just don't want to come and like see it.
I started off actually kind of similar to you. I went to a Jesuit high school. I grew up very conservative. My mom is Cuban, so ride or die Bush supporter, who is now a ride or die Trump supporter. I think the point in my life when I was the most like libertarian was probably the lowest point in my life financially. And I think it's because something that conservatives do really well is they make you feel like you can always like succeed as long as you work hard enough. And that's something that progressives and liberals suck at, that you're a victim of systemic racism, you're black so you're going to be discriminated against, you're a woman so nobody's going to care about your feelings, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Whereas Republicans will tell you, listen, if you work hard, you can do whatever you want, like just as long as you're willing to put in the work. And I felt that way up to the moment where I was losing my house, where I had an ex-girlfriend that was pregnant, where I had been fired from my previous job. There was a whole bunch of horrible stuff going on in my life, and Very, very luckily got into online content creation. And from there, as I started to make more money, I started to pay more taxes. When I get older and I look at taxes that come out of my paycheck, I care a little bit, but it was just so funny to me that back when I was making $15,000, $20,000 a year, I'm like, I gotta vote for the lower tax bracket, blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm barely paying any taxes anyways. And now that I'm older, like if the government wants to take, a few, 10, 20, whatever, how many more $1,000 out.
You just said you worked hard.
I did, but I got very, very, very lucky doing so. Very lucky.
Do you think it's just luck?
It's not just luck, but the difference is that born into a wealthier family, you can make so many more mistakes in life. And when you're born poor, you get like one or two before your life is over. And that's really sad to me.
Yeah, so I used to be a liberal. I voted for Bernie Sanders in 2016, as much as I regret that now. My family was pretty left-wing. Some of the people in my family were like radically left, like would refer to white people as blue-eyed, red-headed devils, things of that nature. And as I got older, I actually started being really outspoken for BLM. I was supposed to be on a reality show teaching people how to be a BLM activist. At the time, I did a deep dive on BLM, and I started to realize all of these lies. So then I took a step back. I'm like, okay, what else am I being lied to about? And I started looking at the Democratic Party and questioning my own loyalty to being on the left.
I personally think both sides tend to be racist in different ways. I don't think the government is on the side of the people in general, and that's just me being, a radical.
When I was young, I used to jump for joy and say, oh yeah, Obama, black president, that's so amazing. He's the same color as me. But when I started to do more research, one of the biggest things I was confused about is, well, why is he a Democrat? What is a Democrat? I did more research about the Democrat Party. And sure, you guys are going to pop off about the head saying, oh, there's a party switch in the Southern strategy and all these things.
Which is true.
Which you may say is true. I don't believe it is true at all.
You're
I
wrong.
understand, you may think I'm wrong.
You are.
However, one of the biggest questions I had was, why is Obama in the same party as the people that started the KKK, the same people that voted against the Civil Rights Act, the same people that are on the news talking about how black people aren't able to accomplish anything and need to be on welfare and need to be promoted with affirmative action and things of that nature.
I also, in terms of, I guess, of my political journey, I was raised conservative, actually. And then high school became, I guess, sort of apolitical. And then throughout college and I guess just throughout my life since then, I think I guess you can call me a progressive, you can call me, socialist, whatever you, but I guess that's, in the area of where I fall. You said that you were a Bernie fan in 2016 and then you transitioned to being, I guess, more conservative. I guess, I don't know, to me, Bernie Sanders, from what he said to what you think now, what was the shift?
For me, it was socialism, because back then I was a very broke college kid and I just had this mentality that everything should be free, and I was feeling a bit entitled, like everything should be handed to me because I was black, because I was very much in that mentality. As I learned more about free markets, as I learned more about capitalism, I started to appreciate that much more. I started to appreciate small business much more, limited government, low regulations. I just started to like that much more. But I would say just more when it comes to economics, I don't agree with him.
Reparations are necessary.
When we talk about reparations, I think that doing reparations in the way that a lot of people think of it, where we just give it to black people, I'm not an expert on this, but I think it would be more income-based, and that in itself, like I said earlier, would disproportionately benefit black people, because if you recognize that they are disproportionately affected by a systemic injustice, then doing it on like a class level would uplift proportionally more black people than white people or any other race.
Yeah, I think like mostly like black GIs that were left out of like the New Deal, for instance, that to be able to come back and as a white American, as a white veteran, to get a home loan and then build that generational wealth, you could not get that as a black American. So there needs to be, I think, reparations. I don't care really what form it comes from. I think free healthcare, free college, so that everyone has like an equal opportunity to educate themselves, to build a better life for themselves. So it's sort of like, and I think Germany is also a perfect model to follow. By issuing, first of all, a formal apology, which we haven't even done that. But also just like donating to like different funds, and just I think a more equitable society, striving for that, is reparations in and of itself. I
have no problems with reparations if they had happened initially during the like slavery or the civil rights movement or any of that. But to try and do that now logistically just doesn't really make any sense. And like, where would this money come from? Like, we're in so much debt as a nation. Would I get this money? I'm biracial or triracial. Like, do mixed people get it? And like, do Irish people get reparations when they were indentured servants?
I think for reparations, if you can find specific instances of somebody being like actually deprived of something, whether specific instances of like the 40 acres and a meal promise, or whether you can find specific cases of like Chinese people building railroads or Irish people or whatever, people being deprived of things, that's okay. But otherwise, yeah, it's a logistical nightmare. There's no possible way that we'd be able to do it well.
Yeah, America's unique because we have bent over backwards for decades now, putting minorities in a position of privilege. I feel like we have done so much to give back to the communities that were obviously wronged. And I agree with both of you. Like, had this happened a long time ago, I would understand it. If we had specific incidences that we could trace where people were just completely screwed over, I would respect it. But right now, I don't deserve a payment for something my great-great-great-great-grandparents went through, and I don't think that white people are responsible for paying that to me either.
I know we don't want to use the word virtue signaling, but it's sort of like a bribe for a vote in a way, at least in my opinion. In states like California, where they've been throwing around the idea of, oh, we want to pay out this much money to every black citizen in there, in this state, it's like, oh, are you serious? Because this is kind of like a joke, in my opinion.
I think that if we impose reparations now, I think it would rip America apart. I think that we're already separated enough as it is, and now you're going to have people walking around going, you owe me money, you owe me money, I'm not paying you any money. It would just really rip us apart.
Giving somebody money doesn't mean anything if they don't know what to do with the money or how to handle the money. So if the primary issue in black culture or with black people is generational trauma, then maybe they need more therapy than they need money, honestly.
Which conservatives are also against.
Well, that's kind of my argument. Like, if there is like that, like generational trauma or whatever, like I think examples of like free healthcare, they could see a therapist and not be, fall into debt. And I think the argument of like the logistical nightmares of it, I think if we want to pay for something in this country, we usually find a way to do it, especially when it comes to the military. So, I mean, we pay for multi-billion-dollar jets all the time.
It's not the dollars, it's who's supposed to get them.
Not to attack progressives, but that is like the most progressive idea in the world. Is like, I can see the headlines like reparations voted on in Congress to be paid in the form of free therapy for people in the hood. That just sounds like the funniest thing in the world. But
well, I also don't think it's gonna come directly from like, white person to black person. Like, oh, your lineage affected his lineage.
It is, though. Like in San Francisco, they were going to raise the average family, or the average household in San Francisco was expected to pay $600,000 each with the $5 million per black person proposal that they had. And I used to live in the San Francisco Bay Area, and I was repulsed by that because you have so many homeless veterans on the streets, and they were going to give black people a home for as little as $1 just for being black. Mind you, slavery wasn't even in California. So why that was going to be the case, like, I don't understand, but it's extremely unrealistic to think that the average family in San Francisco can afford that.
That's because Newsom wants to get reelected.
Okay, but you don't really care about homeless veterans, right?
That's just
you
a
don't support
idea.
You don't know
I feel
me.
like all your arguments are ad hominem.
But you're
literally
here as a
every
conservative.
single one ad
You're here as a
hominem.
conservative. So what policies do you support for homeless veterans?
There's ways to address, I mean,
specifically
for homeless in general.
That's a whole different conversation.
Yeah.
Okay, let's say that we didn't find a middle ground in there.
Yeah.
All right.
But that's a great ending note.
White liberals have a savior complex.
Well, I gotta say, this is a shock. I never expected all four of you to just come forward and admit it, but you know what? I'm happy with these results.
I just think it's a lot of people, I guess, people, of the left, whatever, can kind of fall into that trap of thinking that, black people as a monolith need to be saved as a whole.
I have no shame about it. I have a savior complex as an older brother, and I will save you whether you like it or not. So that's just me.
Well, it's definitely not, because a lot of us are really just exhausted of being viewed as our skin color. Because when you have this mindset that you need to save black people and we're just sitting here minding our own business and living our lives the way we want to, I don't know why it is that people feel this immense pressure to be so apologetic and just always trying to cater and coddle to black people when we just want to be treated like everybody else. We're equal for a reason.
I think especially recently with a lot of riot stuff that's gone on or protest stuff that's gone on, people on the left tend to infantilize a lot of different types of protesters, and especially even talking to some of the other black content creators I do content with, when you hear a lot of progressives come out and say, well, they don't have a choice but to riot or break into this store, or, well, they're stealing, these electronics or shoes for good reasons, you just don't realize it. I think a lot of people kind of look both ways, and it's a little bit weird that there's such a complex on the left to excuse like every single possible negative behavior from somebody as long as they're a skin color that you're kind of in charge of protecting.
I find that very offensive.
Yeah.
I find it
really
extremely, it upsets me to hear that, because we're just like you. We just have a different skin color, and to hear that you have to help me is offensive to me. I can do it on my own.
Well, we have to break down sometimes why these riots happen. MLK once said that riots are the voice of the unheard. So if you are to address the problem and stop the riots, you have to address the underlying inequality that has historically been pervasive. Even if you as individual people are doing fine and you don't want anybody else to get in the way of that, that's cool, and I'm not going to be the one to get in the way, but the disparities are undeniable.
So if you take pride in having like a white savior complex, what is it that you think that you're doing to save black people, and what is it that you think that you're saving black people from?
I am trying to make the world a better place through whatever means I can.
But you're doing it on the backs of us.
I wouldn't say so.
Yeah, I actually do. I feel like you want to be a savior and you're using me to make yourself feel good. That's what I'm hearing.
How am I hurting you?
You're not letting me have my own voice. You're not letting me speak.
How? You're speaking now?
No,
you're cutting her off.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like I have to.
Yeah. Well, what's happening? I mean, you're speaking right now. You're speaking right now in this particular setting. Mm-hmm. But what you're saying is, like, you took it back to riots and so forth, and it makes it seem like the only way that we as black people can have a voice is by riots, and then you need to come along and you need to say, okay, poor little black child, let me help you. That's offensive to me. And I feel like you're making yourself feel good about trying to help us. And
I also think that, like, when we talk about damage, I think especially when it comes to a lot of the shoplifting stuff that's going on in certain cities, you get a lot of white people that live in nice suburbs saying things like shoplifting is no big deal, that's fine, and then you'll catch YouTube videos of them later on being in a Walgreens in like a shoddy neighborhood, and they're like, man, why is the deodorant behind a locked case? It's very easy to sit behind a gated community and say, oh, well, it's not a big deal, they steal because they have to. Riots are the language of the unheard. I think people haven't read the full context of that quote. When MLK was saying riots were the language of the unheard and you need to address the underlying condition, he wasn't condoning the rioting, he was just understanding it.
Obviously there are a bunch of white people that feel they need to be a savior, but I think there's a difference between helping and saving. Like, I don't think I would need to save black people, but I would tremendously love to help and make sure everyone has like equal outcome, or not equal outcome, but at least equal opportunity, which in my opinion, I feel we do not have in this country.
This is awkward. Hi, guys. So I didn't step forward just because I don't want to broad brush all white liberals as having a white savior complex. I have experienced white liberals who do have that, and they're very unpleasant people. But I don't think every single white person who's a liberal or who is an activist for BLM or any of those things necessarily has a white savior complex. I think that there's a lot of white people who genuinely think that black people are oppressed and they want to help, and that's what they're told.
What it seems like to me, when most people have savior complex regardless of whom they're trying to save, it's like they're taking real pain and real trauma and using that as a way to push this political agenda, but also to alleviate themselves of whatever guilt that they feel unnecessarily. Like, I don't know why a white person today would feel guilty for things that happened decades ago, let alone something that happened centuries ago.
I've never seen a white person say, I personally feel guilty for slavery. Maybe they're out there, but I've never heard that.
Yeah, in second grade when they taught us about slavery, almost every kid in my classroom would spend their entire time looking at black kids in that classroom. How was I supposed to not think, wow, these people are feeling guilty for something that they have no involvement in and I have no involvement in?
Every kid in my classroom understood the context.
People hate feeling uncomfortable, and obviously you don't want to feel like the bad guy, and so I feel like it comes from a place of like, oh, well, like, let me make sure that I'm different and like I'm showing you that I want to like help you, but it comes across like I think it can land very poorly.
I'll tell you what, stop it. Stop
Okay.
it. Because what happens is when you put yourself as the white savior, what you do is you elevate yourself above the black person because you feel then like you have to save us. So just stop it. Just treat everybody regular and normal. Just like I would treat you regular and normal, you treat us regular and normal rather than trying to save us.
I just got one thing I wanted to bring up earlier about taxes, because you were saying that you had your job and you were talking about how like you get the tax every time and you're like seeing your tax go up. I worked in nursing homes in 2020 COVID. The last thing that was on my mind when I watched 60 and 70-year-olds on their deathbeds suffocating to death was taxes. I was worried about health care. I didn't give a shit about taxes in that time. So when I go to work every day, that's what I see. That's what I want to fix.
I see you once again elevating yourself above the rest of us, and particularly at me, a white man elevating himself above a black person.
He called me a bootlicker. He called me a bootlicker.
Oh no, I triggered them all. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
not triggered. I'm chilling, buddy.
So what I hope comes
Oh,
out
I'm
of this
chilling.
conversation is that we're all Americans, and because we're all Americans, we know that America has a bunch of problems, and I think every person here wants to solve the problems, and I think everybody is bringing what they have to the table with their ideas on how to get us to unify. This kind of stuff, right? But you got something in there. Hopefully, I mean, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt that you have something in there that's redeeming about you that would bring all of Americans together. So I hope that we end on the note of American.
UNITY.
I would like to say we're all made in the image of God, and so we're all have our inerrant worth just because we're made in His image, and we should treat each other as fellow image bearers, not just by the color of our skin. I mean, as Martin Luther King said.
He also did not like capitalism.
I think something that's really challenging, I've definitely been guilty in the past of throwing around the Uncle Tom word. I used to be hardcore progressive. I'm still relatively progressive. But something that I've learned as time has gone on is being a white person isolates you from a lot of the different types of racial struggles that people go through. And those struggles can take a lot of different forms. Not just, was my ancestor a slave, and not just is my culture bad, but sometimes in the way that, people grow and develop, right? Like, am I actually choosing these political beliefs because they mean something to me, or is it because I'm black or my parents are black? If I speak a certain way, am I betraying my race? If I am a political orientation, am I a bootlicker? And I think that it's important when you're coming from a progressive point of view to understand that even though there are conservatives that are black people, you have to treat them as individuals and not just come at it with this like, you're black, you're a conservative, therefore here's like 6 or 7 different slurs that I can use against you, but they're approved because I happen to be on the progressive side.
expressing their love. Round by round, the boys will be eliminated until there is one virgin left standing. Now, let's introduce our super.
Yo, I'm Claudia. I'm 25 years of age. I was born in Poland and raised in South London. And I'm not feeling nervous about today. I feel like I'm talking to virgins. Why would I be nervous?
Round one. One by one, the boys will use their best pickup lines on our model. If she approves and points to the right, they'll advance to the next round. However, if she doesn't approve and points to the left, they are eliminated and out of this video.
All right, boys. I believe in every single one of you, okay? Hello, my friend. How you doing? What's your name? Lucas. Lucas, come on, step forward. Let's see what you have to say.
Roses are red, violets are blue. I would like to go on a date with you.
Go. You've got one. Go. Yes. That's how it's done. Simple.
Hello, nice to meet you, God. It's so me. I were in the street today, and it was raining in it, but shall I tell you why I don't care about the rainbows? Cause like, you're the sun to my shine.
Hello. Hello. I like a man in uniform, so...
I'm Bradley. I'm from the FBI. I'm gonna give you a little riddle.
Go on.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Where, when?
Where, when? Who?
Tomorrow night, my house.
Bradley, let's go.
Hello, my name is Cheesy Boy. If I could rearrange the alphabet, I'll put you and I together.
I barely understood what you said, so you gotta go over there. I'm so sorry, brother. Bye.
Roses are red. Usain Bolt has won a race. If I get this bottle flip, will you kiss my face?
No.
Wait, hey. Let's see if you would have got the ball.
Please say yes! Please say yes! Please!
Yes!
When I'm at work, I make magic with numbers, so they call me the genie. Would you rub my lamp and become my queenie? What inspired the outfit today? This is me, I'm Uncle Sod.
All right, Uncle.
Baby care, baby care.
Hold on.
What is going on here?
I love doing DIY, and I thought someone special is coming here today. So if you give me a chance on our first date, I'll open up this one-of-a-kind box.
Oh, so you're giving me an ultimatum?
The reason why, this can only open on the table.
There's a floor?
What?
Go.
Hey, what?
I'm in Shiloh. The outfit's working. What time does it work?
Teacher's got English for a bit and see if we can go again.
Yeah.
Come here. Speak English. Why are you starting? You're not supposed to start. One more time, yeah? We got English. Hey, English.
I'm in Shiloh. The outfit's working. What time does it get off?
I'm so sorry.
Hello, my name's Will. I may be in Gryffindor, and now I've seen you, something in my pants is Slytherin.
You're a disabled parking spot because I'm trying to be in you when no one's looking.
Hey, Claudia.
I said my name's not Claudia, it's Claudia. I've just been informed that the guy who said my name wrong is actually Australian. Come back, man, come.
I'm sorry about before.
Can you say Foster's for me?
Foster's.
Are you from Bikini Bottom? Because I want to take you to the beach and give you sandy cheeks.
It's only right.
On your full fairness, I've got nothing to say. I just want to say, how are you? I got lost in your eyes, so I want to be honest with you.
Can everybody give it up to our final contestant?
I wish I was cross-eyed so I can see you twice.
Behind me, we have all the winners. Let's go! It's time to head to the next round, and on that side, we have the losers. Let's go into the next round.
In round two, the guys will be speed dating. They'll have 1 minute to spit their best riz. If our model hits the green button, they'll be going through to the next round. But if she hits the red, you're out.
Okay, it's time for the dating round. Are you ready?
Yeah, I guess.
Anyone that's got like your interest?
The guy in the PlayStation top with the notebook.
All right, bring the rest of them in. Come in, boys. All right, boys, are we ready?
What do you do for work?
I am a presenter, freelance presenter.
I'm also training to be a dentist, so if you ever need a good filling.
And one more thing. I've got a nice bottle of this, but that's not the only thing you're going to get in his prime. Bradley!
So, how old are you?
19, turning 20.
Oh, I probably shouldn't have asked that.
Guess what? No, you should go for younger guys.
So what, I should be a cougar?
I love cougars.
I might be a cougar.
What's your dream holiday?
The Bahamas or the Galapagos Islands.
Okay, can I ask you, what airline do you prefer?
Uncle, I need to know, where's this money coming from?
I am a prince.
Oh, you're a prince?
I'm a Nigerian prince.
I can't say no to you.
Baby girl, baby girl.
Yeah, I knew someone special was gonna be here, so you have to give him a gift.
Oh
Cheers.
my God.
Cheers.
You guys have just set up a whole date situation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bring it down on one knee.
What's going on right now? Oh! Like that?
Yeah, you're through. Is Spider-Man what you do for a living?
Yeah, Leicester Square. I'm out there.
What's your favourite thing about me, looks-wise?
Favorite thing about you? Great forearms.
My arms are hairy as shit, so I know you lied.
You're European.
Yes.
Where are you from?
I'm Polish.
Kurwa, empty there.
Yeah. Jak się masz?
100%.
Do you know what?
I'm gonna do this a little bit different to start off with. Chcesz, żebym mówił po polsku czy po angielsku?
Możesz do mnie mówić po polsku.
Tak, perfekcyjnie, bo nie będę kłamał, masz naprawdę zajebiste
Ale
akcent.
skąd wiesz, jak mówić po polsku?
Bo jesteś z Polski.
Do you know what? You're ticking all my boxes.
Oh, perfect.
Let me do a little something.
How can you be a virgin?
It's part of the Jedi code.
Are you willing to break the code for me?
Depends how special of a girl you are.
You should already know if I'm special or not.
Do you like ABBA?
ABBA.
ABBA. What? Is that a no?
I don't care that I'm a virgin, I don't care that you've been run through. Baby girl, come through. Show me what that tongue do. I just want your body, baby girl, I won't judge you.
No, hold on. I am impressed by the bars, but he definitely just said that I've been ran through.
So basically, I'm an esports player.
What game do you play?
Fortnite.
You play Fortnite controller?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not good.
Sorry. So what do you do for a living?
My main job really is mentoring young children. So I mentor, because I was in care myself, so I mentor children in care to
Sound
make
like
them
the man
better.
of my dreams.
To the girl with tattoos so bold and bright, your Polish heritage, a radiant light. As a virgin, I may be shy and new, but my heart is genuine and my intention's true. It may be different, but that's what makes us shine. With you by my side, I will be just fine.
You're through. They're all the way that way.
All right, well, it's time to move on to the next challenge, so let's move on.
The bonus round. Here is how we're gonna find out if these guys are really here for love. Also, our model has only 6 roses, and the only way to progress to the next round is if she gives
All
you
right,
one.
guys, welcome to the bonus round. Sad to say, only 6 of you are going to survive through this round. How much do you guys like Claudia over here?
Quite a lot. This much? I like her a lot,
You like her a lot, yeah? Well, I'll give anyone who steps forward £100 right now for this video.
I'm begging you to give me that money.
Yeah! Anyone else want to step for some money? There's only 6 flowers. She puts a flower in front of you, means you're going to the final. Everybody turn around. Your last flower.
I'm a bit split.
All right, guys, flowers have been laid.
Apart from one.
You can now open your eyes and turn around. But as you can see, I have 1 flower here. She's chosen 2 people to battle for. Step forward, my friend. Step forward. Cardi, what did you want these guys to do for your
You guys can pick, right? Either do your best dance moves against each other, or go bar for bar.
Hey, go dance moves, man.
Hey, yeah! Fortnite moves! Fortnite!
Doctor, this was for you.
Oh, Jesus, not me. Hey, yo! Woo! Okay, yeah! Oh, smooth with it. It's your choice now. Who is going through to the final with you?
So I just want to say, both of you are absolutely great, and you've got a better confidence than I do, because I would have not done that, especially with no music. Unfortunately, I absolutely despise TikTok dances because I cannot do them. So I'm so sorry, but you're out, and you get my final rose.
Fair enough. Good try, my friend. Good try.
The final round. Only 1 lucky man will survive this. They'll be crowned the winner and also have a date with our model.
All right, everybody, can we give it up for the final round? Well done. But you must be wondering what you're going to do for the final challenge. I'll explain right now.
I'm going to give each of you individual tasks, so no one's going to be doing the same thing. And you've got like 2-3 minutes to prepare. So I'm going to explain to each person what they're going to be doing, right? You, Bradley, are going to write me a love story, but in a children's book format. Max, slam poem. Just write me a very extravagant poem. You have got to prepare a performative dance, like an expressive dance, relating around love. I need you to write me a love letter. AJ, you can decide this one.
Make a love song in any way you want.
I need you, sir, to write me a sonnet.
3 minutes to go right. Go. Timer starts now. Go, go, go. So they're behind us right now, and they are preparing their. I don't know what you gave them. I'll be very honest with you.
I feel like you didn't know half the stuff.
I know what a sonnet is, but what's a slam dunk? Slam dunk. You wanted to dunk? Slam dunk.
Can you not dunk? Do you not know how to do it?
Slam dunk.
Yeah, no.
I'm 5 for 5. What do you want me to do? This is gonna be our favorite performance.
I'm not gonna lie.
Practice like this.
The timer slowly comes to an end and the boys are ready. It's time for the final showdown.
Time's up. It's time for the final round. You guys are prepared. Bradley?
I one day went to school when I found love. I finally got courage from somewhere above. I'm flying you New York to a city don't sleep. Everyone always thought I was a bit of a creep.
Fair enough. I respect it.
Everything was great until I heard the word creep, and it was a children's book, so I was a bit like, doesn't fit the instructions.
Fair enough, fair enough. Max!
The way that you look, oh wow, I can make a book. You look so pretty, and you have nice eyes. Yeah, and you can be in the sky, Dubai, the Bahamas. You name it, and I'll book the flight.
Baby girl, baby girl. I've traveled the whole world just to meet you. I've gone to Europe, I've gone to Africa. I haven't found anything like you. I can give you more than any of these guys. If you want your hair done, I'll do that for you. If you want to sparkle, I'll make you look good. If you're looking to make a Nigerian Polish baby, I can do that for you.
Roses are red, violets are blue. I went on a date with you, and I liked it. I hope you did too. I'm kind and supportive whilst also being funny. Thank you for the experience between me and you.
Oh, so nice.
Yeah, I'm feeling the vibe. Let me write you a sonnet. Leave a ring on your knuckles, like I'm moving like Sonic.
Okay.
Now this is a sonnet, but it feels like a bar. Yeah, I'm feeling like Huss. Let me get friendly with ya. Now the sonnet aside, let's get a Ray on a vacay. Make a movie tonight, like we're Kim K and Ray J.
Crazy, 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 crazy. All right, so for this, you don't need a mic, my friend. Take the stage. Let's go. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, God.
That actually made me cry.
It's time for the results.
Let's start with 6th place. Who has come last out of all the boys?
It is gonna have to be Max because he did not understand the instructions at all.
Max has come 6th.
I know that man's crazy in the head right now. Like, man don't even know what to think and like, but just know that we're both in the same lens. And I will try you after this. Check your IG.
All right, let's move on to 5th place. Who are you putting in 5th place? Jordan, you've been selected for 5th place. How do you feel?
Just missed out on Champions League, and it is what it is.
Fair enough. I respect that. Okay, 4th place.
4th place is gonna have to be Uncle, just because it is getting weird for me to call you Uncle when this is meant to be like a romantic thing. I'm so sorry.
You can call me Daddy too.
Oh! You didn't give me that as an option earlier.
And then there were 3. Who is in 3rd place?
Bradley.
Bradley! Fair enough. How you feeling, Bradley, right now?
There's a big city. There's a lot of women out there that love to go there with me. I just gotta find them.
And the winner, 100v1, is...
Ryan.
Fair enough. Everybody give it up for him.
It was the performative dance that won.
There you go. That's what we like to see. Lucas, honestly, been amazing when you first joined us. You were the first person to start it all up. You showed everyone the levels. I'll just say congratulations, all right? Can we all give it up for the winner of today? Anyways, do you have anything to say?
I've never won anything in my life. This is amazing. I'm a natural loser.
Well, thank you very much for watching, and round of applause to everyone that took part. Goodbye!
Also, go over to the More AJ channel, subscribe because I upload on there weekly.
This is the island of Taratau. Home to the king cobra, python shark, monkey, wild boar, and many other inhabitants.
And this is me, a guy with no survival experience about to spend 50 hours on this deserted island. You must be wondering why I'm putting my life at risk. Well, my friends and I always played survival games together. Minecraft, Raft, even Ark. And now we finally get to do this in a real life scenario. This is 50 hours on a deserted island. Narrated by yours truly, Davis Attenborough. Alright guys, we're approaching the island. It took us almost 3 days to get here. We'll be spending the next 50 hours here trying to survive on this island.
The boys have been dropped off at the north of the island with a basic survival kit. The boat will return in 50 hours to an extraction point located at the south of the island. But first, they must survive.
Oh my god, guys, we've arrived on this island. Let's hear that. That's just nature. Oh my god, this place is incredible. It looks beautiful. No one's here. No one. Anybody here? Anyone? All right, we found our first creature of this island. Jellyfish. Yo, jellyfish. What are you doing here? What's up? Imagine it just went. Right now, we're just trying to find some place to set up base. It's gonna be dark soon and we have nothing. I'm shattered right now, I'm tired. I wanna drop my bag off and start setting up camp. You know what? I spend a lot of time in my room, playing games, on my phone, scrolling through YouTube. And it's nice to be away from that for the next 50 hours. Be away from all distractions. But then, you know what's gonna distract us? Cobras, pythons, monkeys, all of that.
As the sun will start to set in a few hours, the boys will need to find shelter immediately if they are to survive the night. But delving into the jungle can be just as dangerous when you don't know what's in there.
Oh my god. You hear that sound? Jesus. Oh my god. The hell was that?
Cersei Lannister, what was it like f***ing your brother?
One of the girls is filming and one of the girls holding the light.
So, bro.
Cough, man, I'm about to score! Oh my god. Nico! Elango, what's up? AJ!
Whoa.
Bro, it's not even Halloween yet. What are you doing?
It's basically Halloween, man.
Bro, it's not Halloween and you're not even looking at the camera, bro. Look at me when you speak to me, bro.
Yo, you one of the who got famous off the side, man, right?
What? Guess what? My name's Toby.
You look like Toby too, because all black people look the same, right?
That's why you look like Toby as well. Yeah, you think I couldn't get you? Bro, he got me. Oh no. Listen, I just have a question for you. My boy right here, rate him out of 10.
I don't like white boys.
Alright, now, me, of course. What are you saying?
10.
Yeah!
Racism! Cersei Lannister, what was it like f***ing your brother?
Hey, Dan, get the hell out of here. Get out of here. No, get out.
Damn, boy, I know this. Who the is you, bro? I know you.
Bro, don't do that.
No, I dead ass know this, bro. Who the is you, bro?
I do porn, bro.
You do porn?
Yeah.
I do like porn as well.
We should collab.
What the hell you talking about?
We collab, we get 2 girls, and we, you know.
Oh, 2 girls, the 2 girls f***ing in.
No, the 2 girls are just, one of the girls is filming and one of the girls holding the light. We fuck.
For sure, bro. I film music videos, bro.
Okay, let me hear a freestyle. Come on.
I don't rap, but I mean, give me a word, I can try.
First word I'm gonna give you is building.
Building. My dick as big as a building. Young nigga pull up with trillions. You know how I get when I'm all in that I'm looking like a villain.
Okay, give me a word.
Nigga, shush.
Oh, shush. Listen, look. When I see you up, I'ma tell her shush. I got the ice cream on me and I got the kush. If I see you up blacking, I'ma hit the swish. And I got a tech, baby, I'ma shit this. Yeah, don't phone me.
Yeah, alright, nigga.
Bro, close your mouth when you're gaming.
Cough, man, I'm about to score!
Bro's losing.
Sort your life out, man.
What's up, man?
What game you playing?
None right now, bro. You look like a YouTuber. I ain't gonna hold you.
I'm a porn star, bro.
No, you're not.
Yeah, dude.
I believe that. But you ain't a star. You look like the dude from Beta Squad or some shit.
What is a Beta Squad? Hey, what's up, boys? You on the left, you look like designer.
Like
yeah, that boy, yeah.
Yeah, hella crazy. Hey, you can't tell me my boy don't look like he was on Prison Break. Yep.
Hey. Yo, can you see me? Oh my god. What happened? Nico, where the hell are you, bro? I've been missing you this whole time. Where the hell are you, bro? I've been looking for you the whole day in the house.
Yo, I can't even see you.
Nico, I got something to say to you.
Wait, no, who is this though?
Shush. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Halabulabara.
Where are you from?
Venezuela.
Venezuela. Come on, you lot didn't make the World Cup.
How you doing, bro?
Bro, close your mouth when you're eating.
Man's from Somalia, I can see that.
Yeah, I can see you're from Bangladesh.
Nah, from Tunisia.
That's cap, bro. You're from Bangladesh. Stop hiding from your country, bro.
Wallahi, I'm from Tunisia.
Yeah, wallahi, your breath
Man, I
stinks
see
as well.
that.
Your sister was spitting on me this morning.
I f***ed your dad.
Whoa. I f***ed your dad first.
Hey, what's up, guys? How's it going?
How's it going, sir? How you doing?
What's your football team, dude?
I support Manchester United.
I like the Hammers.
Man, that's not a football team. Who is the Hammers?
West Ham.
West Ham. You support West Ham. Where you from?
I'm Brazilian.
You're from Brazil. You have Neymar. You have Hulk. You have Ronaldinho. You have Roberto Carlos. You have all these players, and you support West Ham.
Hey, what's the problem with you, man? Trying to have a conversation.
Sorry. If you were talking about Manchester United, I would have woke up.
Manchester United? I remember players like Berbatov, Nani. No, I remember all those players. They were pretty good.
I am Nani.
Well, you kind of look like him, to be honest.
That's racist, bro.
Wait, what?
Bro, I swear I seen him in the movie. You seen this guy in the movie before?
Yeah, porn. I do porn.
That one black guy, remember? Oh, I'm talking about the white guy. Yeah, I know.
Oh, he knows me.
Oh, you talking about him?
Yeah, man, he knows me.
There's this show called Luke Cage on Netflix. You look just like this white guy.
Yeah, man, I'm in Stranger Things.
Oh, we've been on here for a minute. Elanga, what's up?
Alanga?
Yeah, what's up?
I actually play like him, you know.
Oh, you play football?
I do.
What'd you call it? Where you from?
Right now I'm in the US, but I came from Africa, West Africa.
West Africa. Are you good at
You look
football?
African too?
Yeah, I'm African too, bro.
Yeah, where you from?
New Zealand. Bro, he bugged out. Hey, what's up? Hey, I know you.
What?
I know you.
No, you don't.
You know how I know you?
You in a hospital bed right now.
Mm-hmm.
Think I didn't know that? You're not in your room with no LED lights. You're in hospital right now.
Well, obviously.
Well, guess what? I hope you get well soon.
Thank you. I have to get heart surgery tomorrow, so.
Damn. Well, I hope you feel better after.
Thank you.
Hey, what's up? What's up?
A human-sized version. This is the largest shredder in the world, and this Lamborghini's gonna fall in it. We're also nuking an entire life-size village, shooting real tanks at a literal Lamborghini, and crushing this store with the world's largest dominoes. This is the first of many experiments. You're gonna love this video. You ready?
Ready!
This is gonna be crazy. All right, they're falling. They're falling. Come on. All right, it's working. It's actually working. Are we gonna have to run? Oh. You hear the thud? Oh! Oh, it's going. All right, that was the tallest domino in the world. That was the new tallest domino in the world. Go!
Down goes the domino!
Oh my God! That was insane! We were way too close. This isn't even the coolest thing we're doing in this video.
We're detonating the biggest explosion in YouTube history, launching a roller coaster off its track,
And so much more. Let's go to the next experiment.
We've got a lot of experiments today, and up next, we're gonna destroy an entire village with a massive creeper explosion. And just for reference, a human-sized version looks like this.
Okay.
But we're gonna be detonating one 50 times bigger.
Steve, somehow you survived the last creeper. This one, I'm not quite sure you're gonna survive.
Oh, we don't believe Steve's gonna make it?
Oh, heck no.
Even though this is 50 times bigger, it has 200 times the TNT.
Bye, Steve. Okay, let's head in the bunker.
Bye, Steve.
Let's send Steve into the abyss.
And just so you know how big this creeper is, Steve is actually taller than me.
All right, we're in the green zone. This is gonna be a massive explosion. It's getting closer. Any second now.
when it's gonna happen. Oh, I'm scared.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh!
I'm speechless for
I'm
once.
still processing that. That was insane. How are we allowed to do this? We live in a country called America. Go America. If you thought that was cool.
Well, I got news for you. It's about to get a whole lot cooler.
For our next experiment, I bought another Lamborghini. Adam, this is your Lamborghini.
Thank you.
And you're probably wondering though, what's the catch?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm wondering.
How do I put this?
Recently, I may have obtained a military-grade tank. In exactly 3 days, I'm going to be raining missiles on your new car.
And you get to use my credit card to spend as much money as you want trying to defend it. If the Lamborghini survives, you have a brand new car.
I'm gonna spend whatever it takes to defend this Lambo.
Well, that's why I gave you my card.
Okay, fine. All right, I'm gonna do it.
A lot of things running through my mind right now, but it's simplified into stop shell with Lambo.
Adam's first move was to call a construction crew to bring in building materials and help him set up his first wall.
I'm gonna want all the walls to kind of be a foot over my head. That'll at least protect the direct shots of the Lambo. Now for the second part of my process, it's gonna be the pool. There was a Mythbusters episode where they were shooting rounds into a pool, so that should stop the velocity heavily.
Adam's got a lot of work ahead of him to keep his Lambo from danger. And speaking of danger, we bought the world's most dangerous roller coaster. And if you're wondering why it's dangerous, basically, I put bombs on the rides. In theory, if you were to ride this roller coaster, you should get launched off this ramp. The only question is, where would you land? Let's see how far it goes when it gets launched off it. And obviously, before we launch it, we're gonna put mannequins on it. Everyone, put your mannequin where you want.
He's got a good head on his shoulders.
And the final touch, push as hard as you can. All right, get out of the way, get out of the way. Hurry, hurry. All right, there it is.
This thing's going fast.
All right, now it's gonna come down and go off the ramp. Wait for it. Here it goes. Go, go, go. That was awesome. All right, hold on. Oh! That actually scared me. To be honest, I thought it would go further. That was cool and all. Let's do that again, but with an explosive in the cart. Inside these boxes is dozens of pounds of TNT. When we're done pushing, run to the bunker.
You don't have to tell me to do that. Go, 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 we're going.
All right, I'm running.
Go, guys, go.
Here we go. Go quicker.
Go, 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 go.
Okay, it's going.
Get inside. It's going down. That was awesome! It might not have flown 100 feet, but at least we blew it up. But that explosion is literally nothing compared to what you're about to see. For the next experiment, we have 3 safes. One that cost $1,000, $10,000, and finally the $100,000 safe.
It's bigger than me.
And we're gonna see how many explosives they can resist. These are actual explosives.
Why is Chandler bringing them in?
He's my dealer. Okay. Carefully set it down. I know this doesn't look like a lot, but this is $1,000. For however much we spent on each safe, we spent the same amount on TNT. And we're gonna see who wins, this $1,000 safe or $1,000 in explosives. I'm gonna put an egg inside the safe. Let's see if it turns into scrambled eggs. Usually during explosives, we have a wireless switch. This time, it's hardwired.
Why?
That actually scared me. Well, the egg and the safe literally don't exist anymore. Let's try this again with 10 times the explosives and a safe 50 times stronger. No joke, this thing has 3-inch thick steel. Grab a crate of explosives.
This is like explosive Jenga.
Oh my gosh.
We're like putting presents around a Christmas tree.
The last egg did not survive. Let's see if a $10,000 safe can protect it. Is a safe really worth 10 grand if it can't protect an egg from TNT?
I don't know if safes are meant to stop TNT.
The button is hot.
You wanna hit it?
I do.
Oh!
What? Oh my.
Bro,
The next one is supposed to be 10 times bigger.
then that one, which is 10 times bigger than the previous one.
Oh my God, it put a divot in the ground. Yo, can you guys believe Nolan's mom fell right here?
Oh my gosh, it broke the glass on the $100,000 safe. In hindsight, I should have put the safes further apart. Ever since we were born, we've always wondered, if you put $100,000 worth of explosives around a $100,000 safe, would it protect an egg?
It's the age-old question.
You're in luck, because I'm about to answer it. Ugh, so heavy. This safe is now surrounded by $100,000 in explosives.
You could say it's unsafe now.
Out of every explosion we've ever done, what you're about to see is the biggest by far. Our videos have gotten so crazy that people think we fake them. This is a real explosion. 3, 2, 1!
I don't even have any words.
Wow.
Everybody in the entire state.
Let's see if the egg survived. Oh my gosh. Bro, the back of the safe is gone.
Bro, it broke the foundation. There's a whole crack in the floor.
It seems like they put all their effort in the 37,000-pound door and not the walls of the safe. And the egg did not survive. If you ever want to rob a bank, just buy 100 grand worth of TNT. In the meantime, Adam had been going all night building his structure.
It's like 2 a.m. Still so hot out here.
And when I came back in the morning, I noticed he had some pretty interesting ideas for it. Add up! What am I looking at?
Scrapyard had a lot of cars. I'm gonna have at least 2 layers of cars, and I'm probably gonna stack them. The real secret is I'm gonna be using the engine block to stop it. That should give it more stopping power than just the side of a vehicle.
So far, Adam has 2 cinder block walls, 2 layers of stacked cars, and 3 pools full of water, all just to protect this Lamborghini from the tank shells. What do you think the odds are that the Lambo survives?
That Lambo's mine, baby. We're gonna get it done.
But I wasn't about to go easy on him, so we brought in extra support for tomorrow. Boys, bring him in!
Oh my gosh, Jimmy.
Now that we brought in 2 more tanks, the Lambo will be targeted from all sides. Adam doesn't stand a chance. You have a little less than 24 hours left. Good luck, Adam. You're gonna need it.
All jokes aside, I am actually stressed out about that. If I had known there were gonna be 3 tanks, I would have strategized completely different.
While you're building, we're gonna go test the tanks.
Oh, great. Thanks.
Chris, do you want to do the honors?
Yeah.
Too bad. Oh. The test we built consists of a 100-pound safe, a trampoline, and bulletproof glass. But did it go through it? Oh, I can literally see through it from back here. This is the weakest of the 3 tanks. Adam is screwed. While Adam was wrapping up his protection for his Lamborghini, we're gonna throw one into a shredder. And to show you how powerful it is, I'm gonna shred some other stuff first. Carl, send it.
Here we go! Yeah!
Let's see what happens.
Oh, yeah!
That is so awesome!
Oh!
That doesn't sound like piano noises.
Yeah! I think we need to wash down that piano.
I agree. Send the Coke. I'm 99% sure these are gonna blow up.
Oh, there you go.
Oh. And while we're doing this, I want to tell you guys about Creator League. It's a gaming league brought to you by eFuse and 8 of the biggest gaming entertainers in the world. It's like having a front row season ticket, but you're not just watching. You're actively drafting teams, changing strategies, and sharing in the reward.
Oh my God.
Up next, we have a Hershey's vending machine. I'll do you guys a favor by getting rid of it.
There it goes.
There goes the Hershey's.
Is it stuck?
Turns out, not even this massive shredder can digest Hershey's. When you purchase a Creator League pass, you're able to influence the league, compete in weekly tournaments, win.
I dare you to hop on the table and say I'm gay.
I never told nobody I fucked my god sister.
I knocked somebody in my mama's bed and none of that shit.
I bent my cousin over and fucked her.
I fucked my cousin and I ate her ass. Yeah, who's the ugliest in the classroom?
Yo. It's your boy, Woo, and I'm back in with another thing. So come on, let's get to it. You know how we is. We back here with another. Hey, nigga, what are you talking? Well, I can't be loud because we ain't here, you feel me? But today we finna do what is your darkest secret, you feel me? What are you talking about? We had some good and bad, weird shit, nigga. What are you talking about? We had some niggas, what? Nigga, I'ma eat my sister ass, nigga. What are you talking about? He from the hood watching porn, reading shit. What? What the fuck? But I'm like, you feel me? But nigga, stay tuned, nigga. Nigga, love. Juan Howitt.
Good morning.
Where you from?
I'm from Milwaukee, bro. You know what's up.
All right, what's your darkest secret you never told nobody?
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? So look, right? Man, you know what I'm saying? It was just one time I had this big bitch. This big back, wall back, table back, walrus back, just big ass bitch. Damn! Bitch was big. I'm talking about, you know, Baby D. This was Baby D big sister, Big D. This bitch was big. Look, you know what I'm saying? I had to fuck with it, cause you know what I'm saying? I was driving with motherfucking cashing the nigga out, you know what I'm saying? And you can't tell me different, cause I know niggas then did it, you know what I'm saying? And don't ask me to show my face, bitch, cause you can't see me. I don't get no fuck about nigga. I don't get no fuck you bad cause I got these Swiss bitch ass nigga. Anybody out there talking shit, your mom stank, you stank, everything around you stank. Nigga.
Bro, you know you show your face.
Oh, damn.
Now what you gotta say?
I don't give no fuck about that, my nigga. Fuck you, nigga. What you talking about?
Baby D.
Baby D, Big D.
You talking to a linebacker?
That bitch playing for the Bears.
What's your darkest secret you never told nobody?
I had fucked my cousin and I ate her ass. It was just like, Yeah. Then she started her period, and then she told me to eat her pussy again. And I ate it.
The fuck, nigga?
I got checked though, so we good.
Huh?
I'm good.
You ate on the period?
Hell yeah.
And you was still eating it?
Yeah. It was like a strawberry color when she come. It was like a strawberry shake type shit. White mixed with a little red type shit.
You need to leave.
The fuck, nigga? Hold on. You fucked your cousin?
Type shit.
You Alabama?
She not my real cousin, but like, yeah, type shit. She like my mama and her mama, best friends. They grew up together. We grew up together, so basically it's like family, but it's not family. Feel me? Yeah, I never for my real cousin though. Blood, we not blood. But yeah, she called me FC.
Ah, that FC shit, fake as hell.
That bullshit.
Harley, you wanna show your face?
Hell no. I show my face.
You wanna show your face?
Type shit.
This a nigga that ate his cousin on the period.
Hell yeah.
On the period?
On the period, it tastes like it tastes like coins.
Pornhub with
Villa.
Alright, bet. I dare you to hop on the table and say I'm gay. That one right there. No, go inside the classroom. Here, grab the mic, yeah. Grab the mic.
I'm gay!
Get this shit, fuck, she finna work on the people.
Who I'm here with?
Chris.
Are you from Milwaukee?
Nah.
Alright, so look. Where you from?
Racine. Yeah, same shit.
Alright, look. What's your darkest secret you never told nobody?
I never told nobody I fucked my god sister.
Fucked your god sister?
Yeah, it got like that one night.
It got like that? So you wanted to just beat the cheek down. How it go? Like,
I don't know. She was really on that with me. She had came in the living room, sat on my lap. I was like, oh shit.
That was on that step bro shit.
Yeah. I thought it was a porno shit. I'm like, fuck it.
Yeah, so I ain't gonna lie, get into detail. Missionary, what the fuck you do? Yeah, bust it down, nigga.
Hey, dog, the crazy part is we young as hell. Shorty had a bunk bed. Oh, bro, we got on the top bunk bed. Mama, she had pulled her pants off. I was like, oh yeah. I had did something she didn't even know about before. I was like, bet. Got up. I had made her arch her back because she was thick as hell. So
man, how old was you? Making her arch her back that young, nigga?
I was like 14. She was like 15 though, mama, but she ain't never did no shit. I was like, damn.
I ain't gonna lie, that point I was teach you lessons.
Ain't no bullshit, it do.
Yeah, no.
That's all it taught me.
Oh, me. Alright. You already showed your goddamn face.
Yeah,
you like,
it matter, man.
It don't really matter. I appreciate it.
Alright, bro. Y'all from Milwaukee?
Pornhub?
Big Daddy Shiesty, man.
Bro, pause. Where you from?
I'm from the middle where every little nigga bing whips.
Whack. That shit was odd. But look, what's your darkest secret you never told nobody?
Shit, I ain't gonna lie. Shit. To be honest, my darkest secret, like what you mean by that?
Nigga, your darkest secret that you never told nobody, like something that you never want nobody to know. Something that you never want nobody to know. Feel me?
I bent my cousin over and fucked her.
Nigga, what?
I bent my cousin over and fucked her.
What?
I bent my cousin over.
Oh, you Alabama nigga, you supposed to be from Milwaukee.
Yeah, I'm from Milwaukee, but you know, some years ago I bent my little cousin over and fucked her. She wanted some meat, and we was the same age though, not bullshit.
Do you want to show your face?
It don't matter, folks.
All right, cut her up. This the meat fucker cousin. What the fuck?
Hey, y'all know what's going on, man. Big Daddy Dude, Shiesty, you know what the fuck going on.
All right, Pornhub with.
What's up, guys? So the Cam Boys are back today. We're doing guess. What are we doing? One of us is high. We got a dad here, so he's gonna guess who's high.
My name's Sam Tripoli. I've been a dad for 3 years. I have twin daughters, and
congrats.
You know, most of my life I've been shady as fuck, so I can usually tell when people are up to no good, so we'll see how my skills are.
Okay.
You're an interesting group of people, man.
We're like matching glasses almost.
Yeah, yeah. I have old man glasses. They were bitten by my dog, and I'm too fucking cheap to go get new glasses, so yeah.
You guys have that in common.
Yeah, well, yeah, you cheap too? You guys all look like you check other. That's what you guys all look like.
What does that mean?
Yeah, like it's just other everything, like other ethnic group, other sexuality.
Thank you.
Yeah. If you had to guess just by looking at us, who's high?
Who's high? If I had to guess,
Just
you're
right
high.
Okay,
You know, they do call me C-A-double-T.
It's your eyes are blood red.
They call me C-A-double-T.
You gotta hide it better, man.
I'm chilling, bro. I feel like you smoke too.
Yeah, well, I used to. Mine was crack, though.
Oh, that's a little different.
Hey, you guys do have a lot in common.
Yeah, we do have a lot in common.
How old are you?
How old do you think I am?
Okay, this has gotten weird. I'm gonna say you're 22.
Wow, just turned 21.
Oh, snap. So right in the right area.
Yeah, why'd you?
21.
I'm proud of it.
Yeah.
You see his foot?
You definitely have the vibe of a guy who spends more on OnlyFans than rent, for sure.
I'll take it, I guess.
Hey, you're speaking the truth.
Okay, take it, buddy. You look like if John Bejuice was a person. That's what you look like.
He's like, let me just keep firing.
You can't
But, I'm just gonna take that.
As a compliment.
No, thank you, thank
I love
you.
John Bejuice.
I love John Bejuice too.
We all do.
This is round one. I'm gonna ask you guys your first high story. Polka Dots, you're first.
What's up? My name is Devontae. As you know, they call me C-A-double-T. My first high story is that I was so high, I was in the shower and I saw the Lion King, bruh. The water, the droplets on the wall was Lion King. Like Mufasa was roaring at me, like, roar!
I was there.
I was super freaking high.
Traffic cone.
Yo.
I smoked with my sister. And
You what?
I smoked with my sister and she
You
got
sweat with your sister?
No, I smoked.
Okay.
With my
that
sister.
sounded really weird, bro.
And it got sticky. She got stuck in the dryer.
What?
Stepsister though, right?
My stepsister.
What is this? What is this? Pornhub? What is this story?
Oh my God,
She got stuck.
My first high story, I went to Disneyland and they wouldn't let edibles in, so I panicked and I ate a 400 milligram edible. And then I didn't ride any of the rides. I just sat there
And
ate.
melted.
I ate for like 8 hours. So that was, that's my first high
That was
story.
the first time. You
First
ate a
time
full
ever.
brownie,
I
went hard in
panicked.
the paint, didn't ease into it,
Panicked.
which I respect.
Thank you.
All right, so the first time I ever got high was actually with his sister as well.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
She used to be the
God
dealer.
damn.
She was the
Yeah.
dealer.
Are you telling me you bang his sister?
Wow,
As your
this is how I
father,
find
I'm
out.
not very
I just
excited.
said we got high. That was it.
Okay, dude.
She was giving me an experience that I'd never experienced. Also, that's when I lost my virginity.
Oh, damn, bro. Who's your sister? Freeway Ricky Ross? That's an old crack joke. Who's that?
The first time I got high, I was at a national park, and I was with a couple guys, we were hanging out.
Why do I feel like every story you tell is with a couple guys?
Yo, let's take a couple guys.
I was at a national park with a couple guys, just hanging out, doing guy stuff. And
what is guy stuff?
You don't have to keep repeating the guy stuff.
I'm your father. What is guy stuff?
We were just hanging out. Yeah, one of my friends gave me, he said it was just like a regular gummy. It was actually an edible, and I didn't know at the time. And then we went to, it's called Taft Point. We went up there, and we just hung out. And
Is that
did
where
stuff.
people make out? Is Taft Point?
And then that same night, the same night, we met a teacher up there, and he invited us to his house, and then we slept at his house.
Yeah.
What the
Hey, hey, yo.
Oh my God.
Hey, yo, Danny.
I know you don't know Danny, but I swear to God.
I know Danny. Danny got molested. Danny, tell us where they touched you.
To be fair, I slept in a tent in his front yard.
Oh, really?
Oh, you were pitching a tent.
Yeah, exactly. So if I had to guess, it's between these two, and it's not because they're ethnic. It's because one's got shades on, and the other one's got blood red eyes. So I'm gonna go with blood red eyes.
It's the D-O-double-G Kush, bruh.
What is that?
What is that?
D-O-double-G.
What's that
Doggy
stand?
dog.
Oh, his is on
And I want you to
Kush.
know, I'm actually
How
the
come
most.
you guys? All my references are old, but you're still Snoop Dogg people. He's like 70.
It's
Yeah, but he's
Lion.
still in every commercial. That's why.
That is why.
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess who isn't high. My best bet is you. You're not high.
You don't think I'm?
That's my best bet. Am I right?
We're not
We'll
gonna know
find
until the end.
out.
Yeah, we'll find out.
At the end of this
Cliffhanger.
episode.
Ooh.
Cliff, because I was at the cliff in Yosemite.
Right, that's where you got molested.
Oh,
So I'm going to do some tests, and I'm going to do a variety of tests to find out which one of these guys are high. So here we go.
Wait, before you start,
Yes.
can a high person do this?
A high person does that. That's what a high person
I think that's
does.
crack.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's doing a smell test.
Smell test, interesting. Next up, you, right here. Human highlighter. What's going on here? Let me smell.
Oh, he's just gonna whiff of everybody.
That's a clean. That dude's clean. Let me see take your glasses off. Let's see these eyes.
Too right.
Did not help.
I think you fell in love.
Yeah.
Damn, you guys had a moment.
We're gonna do hand-eye coordination, okay? And a little tip from your dad: if you're trying to get out of DUI, don't move your head and just follow the finger. When you move your head, that's how they know you're drunk. I've gotten out a couple of those. So here we go. Take off your glasses. There we go. There we go.
He just told you what not
You're
to do.
DUI and this guy, you're back on the list. You're back on the list. We're gonna do a stare test. I'm gonna look deep in your soul.
Oh, God.
Okay? We're gonna figure this out. I'm gonna know real quick. Look deep.
God, I feel like you've been through some shit.
I've been, yeah.
God damn, I'm getting
I've
scared.
seen some shit.
Oh.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right. You're a little, I see a little.
I'm getting
something.
teary. I'm
I've
getting
seen a little-
scared.
Yeah.
I gotta get out of there.
You should.
What's going on?
Shit, I
dude?
don't know.
What
I've
happened?
seen some shit.
This is why you never want to go to prison.
Jesus.
Okay, so
Okay.
stare.
I think we're good.
Stare. No. I
Okay.
want you to take a moment. I want you to swear on your grandma.
Yep.
She's still here? Okay.
Well, technically no.
Okay.
But like up there.
Okay. I want you to swear on your grandma's no longer with us.
Yes.
That you're not high.
I'm not high.
We're gonna do a double banger here. Okay. What we're gonna do is see which one. Okay.
Yes.
Which one can last longer? We're holding their breath. Okay. So here we go, guys.
You're not holding it too, Dad?
No.
Okay.
I'm sober.
Don't pass out though.
I feel like he's gonna
You're
fart.
cheating.
You're not holding it too, Dad?
No.
Okay.
I'm sober.
I feel like he's gonna fart.
You may have seen multiple members of the Sidemen's family, but not all of them are on camera. The ones who are, however, have been in some big videos. And today we're going to look at some of the best, funniest, and most wholesome moments with the Sidemen family members.
Talia, you're gonna go first.
Am I wearing that? Oh my god, wait. For anyone who doesn't know, basically, we did a FIFA tournament. Everyone who didn't win had to wear this shirt in a video. And I obviously didn't win. I completely forgot about it. No. I've worn that out of choice. Because I wore that in the first Sidemen out. I don't know why I'm wearing that.
Talia, you're gonna
Okay.
go first.
I love these
Mild
quizzes.
cheddar. Why?
I don't know. I just feel like you are mild cheddar.
You're like the margarita.
The margarita. You know what? I've thought about this, and there's multiple layers to this. Because if he's talking pizza, firstly, yes, it might not be the most exciting, but it's staple and everyone loves it. Secondly, if he's talking to the drink, that's a nice drink. Lots of people's favorites. It's a great drink. In either case, I think it's a compliment.
Don't hug me like you didn't just insult me.
I didn't say the margarita.
This is mild cheddar.
Do you know that's something funny? Who does that remind you of? One
Simon!
of my friends. Exactly!
Simon!
That is Simon!
How? It was just such a it was such a random thing that I was compared to Pantalimon. Ethan actually used to do quite a lot of videos with his mum. Then of course we have Deji and JJ. This doesn't really, I don't know if this counts because it is family, but they're both do YouTube. It's not like getting a family member in. What is happening here? Why did he dress that up like Jack Sparrow?
Straight up, come on. Holy shit.
Go on, just do it.
Yeah, but it's like adrenaline and stuff. I ain't gonna. I'll break your forearms. Don't charge back. I'm not charging back. I'm here, nigga. Damn.
What's wrong with that? What?
What the hell?
Oh. They need to do more videos together. I know JJ ain't really doing videos at the moment because he's boxing and stuff, but one a month. That's all I ask. Finally. They have a strange relationship. I love Harry's mom. He is effectively naked at this point. Like, I'm surprised she still lets him do things. Hello. This might be a common thing now. He just likes to hang around here. Yet the amount of times that he does things that could potentially harm her. I know that this is like, he's literally putting her down onto a sofa. It's fine. Fair play to her. She lets Harry do way more than most mothers will. That sounded odd. Oh.
You was right.
What a cute moment. Oh. That's literally all I can say at this clip. It's just a cute clip.
Have a little piccalilli. Where's Dan gone?
I don't know what that word was though.
That's the thing.
What?
Pardon?
Is this a
Oh no! Oh, I don't like it.
He won.
So the winner of that got to slap me. Why would I agree to this?
Hit my cheek. That's it. Okay.
Alright, I laughed at Deji. I take everything back right now. I take everything back. That was a hard slap. It didn't even make like a good sound. It was just like that was a good sound. It was just a punch.
Don't let me down. Well, you go. High, bro.
Jeez.
Yes.
Unreal. Because you know what it is, right? He's like a car. He has motion in his bunda. So when he does that, it's more like it's a soft foot. That made no sense, but I just wanted to say he has a good bum. This is Harry. You can always tell just by how it's filmed.
It's a big fish. It's gonna knock me out cold. It's for Pele. It's for Pele. I don't care if it's for Pele.
Yeah. Whatever my slap was, like the way I got slapped, this is way worse. And it stinks.
We say Pele. Yes. Right. What is it? Okay, Rosie, you can do the honors. What is it? What's that? Whipped cream. Oh yes. Yes. Oh my days. Yes.
See, this is the thing right now. I feel like to get a family member in a video, I don't know the way to describe it, but back then it was just kind of like, oh, do you want to have some fun and film this video? Now it's like you have to plan it out. There needs to be a reason.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. Oh,
Jesus.
oh yes.
Oh, yes. Harry's reactions killed me. Nice.
Oh, hell no!
My favorite clip, by the way. There's 2 of these where he wakes them up. This one and the saxophone one.
Damn, that nigga pissed.
The way he slipped. Gee, what a ball. What a ball. And then, what a ball that is. And what a finish. Just an unreal goal. Three of the best linking up.
We've seen him do it time and time again, Toby. That is the brother link-up we dreamed of.
Nothing you could do there. Yeah, like Toby had a lot of time there, but to even pull that off is nuts. There we go. We got the Ethan marathon. Somehow in the last year, I would say I've heard about Ethan pooing on this marathon twice. More than I ever heard about the whole marathon itself. JJ was in this video, but not in the Cyberman video. It looked bad, but I think it was filmed quite a while ago. There we go. Straight in, 27 minutes.
So we're doing Guess the White Person, but we've brought in a professional white person to help us. So ladies and gentlemen, introducing Knowledge.
Does he not hear them?
What's happening?
It's your boy.
KSI's back on his
Professional
channel.
white person.
We're getting him for the right episode. Last time we made a mistake. It was Guess the Black Person. He's not black. This time, Guess the White Person. We've got the white person.
Right.
KSI.
We've decided to help that small YouTuber Knowledge not once, but now twice, and we've brought him on again. We're just good people.
Here are 6 people, and they're all claiming to be white.
However, only one of them is telling the truth, and it's our job to find out who the real white person is. Round by round, we will vote out one person at a time, and if we guess correct,
I feel like I'm going to be able to guess this.
then the liars will get a cash prize. This is false identity.
Here we go.
So how you doing?
Fantastic, man. Feeling great.
Jeez, see that little tilt there. Look at the prime can. Watch the tilt.
How you doing?
Fantastic, man. Feeling great being white.
Jeez.
I see you got a shirt there.
Yeah, I just feel the privilege just seeping through my veins.
Let's bring in our white people.
I love how it's media trained, but he's on a video called Guess the White Person, which is probably not.
Welcome to the inaugural Sidemen Fishing Competition. Get your rod in! Me and Eve are the captains. Let's go. Come on, we're going to be competing today for the fishing trophy. Wow. Yes. Let's pick our teams. Okay, you can go first. Who would you like on your team?
I would like to elect Callum McGinley. Come on.
Whoa,
because
okay.
I have fished with this man before. We've got
Let's go.
previous experience.
Come on. Oh, you know what? I'm going with Josh. Yeah. I'm going with Josh. I feel like you're clever.
Let's go. I'd like to elect Callum. He's building a team of Callum. Right.
Come on.
Synergy.
Let's go.
Synergy.
I'm buzzing.
Who is the most likely to catch a fish? You could use him as bait.
I like the look of Randy.
Officially?
Yeah.
He makes noises too. Boys, we're good in our own right, okay?
I elect Vic Star. 1, 2, 3. Let's go, my G. Let's go. We got the Indian submarine on this team.
baby. Who was getting picked last out of them two?
Who's better in the water?
What?
Oh.
Whoa.
Hey, yo, Vic. Or you can have them both. It's your video.
Oh, you know what? We'll take both of you.
Bro,
the more the merrier.
Let's go. Can I swap team?
Why?
I just want to go with them.
Come on through. Come on. We don't want to need anything, have we?
You've been trading them. Yeah, my G.
This means war now. When the klaxon sounds, the fishing begins. The first team to catch a fish, the other team must neck a drink.
What does Toby do?
So, he can neck anything. He can neck some seawater. Some seawater. We'll get seawater. Okay. You will be trying to catch these fish. A fish that looks like KSI.
Great fish.
Easy.
A multicolored fish.
Ooh.
The most sus-looking fish.
Okay.
There was also a prize for the most fish caught.
Nice.
The best object that isn't a fish, the coolest looking fish, and then just simply the longest fish and the heaviest fish.
Nice.
Long
Okay.
fish. And you have bonus points if anyone does some like mad college drinking thing, like does a fucking like tornado or something, or like, I don't know, does some shots. All right. Let's go.
I can't hold the vlog camera. I'm a lobster.
No, you can.
I know.
We're off, ladies and gentlemen. Let the voyage begin.
Let's go.
This is Team Fish.
Wait, we actually need a cooler name.
Yeah, no, we do. Trout Slayers.
I like it.
What fish are we going to get out here?
Tuna.
The Marlin Men.
The Marlin Men.
Oh, I like it. The Marlin Men are off on their maiden voyage to success.
That is a hella nice boat though, boys.
Nah, fuck that boat.
Yeah, I like that boat. I never even like that boat.
Oh my god, is that their boat?
That boat is shit.
Their boat is wow.
Oh look, they barely even have anywhere to stand when they fish. Mate.
I like the team that I've got. How about that?
Yeah, we're not selfish.
We should catch fish.
Yeah. I respect that. That was good.
Good choice, Simon.
I'm very happy with my choice.
And you've got us.
Bro just left the team.
Wait,
You pulled through.
wasn't it whoever got the most was on this boat?
Yeah.
Now I feel like I contributed.
You did. You've got some value here.
Whoa.
Whoa, that was a little.
no need
That's
for
just a
that.
bit harsh, bro.
Yeah,
He's bringing value just by being him, man.
Of course.
He's one of the Marlin men.
You've added more.
Added more value.
Yo, we are the
Marlin men. We come from far. We're going down. And when we disobey, the fish come right away. Hey!
They actually look.
That was really shit.
No, it wasn't.
Where's these fucking vibes?
See that value? That value? That value?
New rule: bad vibes overboard.
Bad vibes
go overboard. That's not Harry. That's Captain Nips.
Captain Nips.
Captain Nips.
Captain Nips.
Reporting for duty. Okay, boys. So here is our problem, right? They have got a better boat.
See.
They have got more people.
Yeah.
They have got, by the looks of it, better rods as well.
Yeah.
But we
Have better people.
Oh yes!
We're a better team.
Yes!
Yeah.
And we will entice the fish. Like Toby entices women.
Yes!
You know what's going on right now, bro? They heard our song and they were like, oh, we need to get hyped up.
I'm not gonna lie, that team stinks.
We had a member on our team that abdicated. Oh yeah. To their team.
He wanted to leave our
And
team.
I can't let that stand. So we have to win.
We have
So
to
I want
win.
everyone on best behavior. Yeah. Good like motivation and catch these fish.
Yeah.
Now what? We have to wait to get there or just throw it off now?
Do you want a beer?
Yeah, I'll have a beer.
They look like they're making bad content at the moment. They're talking about if they get a fish on, they're going to punch it. Harry looks like he's in his element.
Does he not look like a male stripper there?
100%.
I could do the same if you like.
You look very much like a male stripper.
Yeah, you know what, you've done that.
Both of you could do like a duo thing for us. We're gonna go so fucking far out, we won't even be able to see land. And that's where we're gonna catch the biggest.
The megalodon.
Megalodon. They better fire out that fucking sonar because we're catching big things today.
Yeah.
Cheers, lads. Cheers. Cheers.
Fucking hell.
You've got beer in his prime.
Oh my
What
god.
have you done?
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Hold on, let me sort that out for you. Ooh.
He's back, trying alcohol for the second time.
You know what would be scary? Imagine you were like stranded at sea and all you could see was
360 is it everywhere.
Yeah.
Like.
Probably happened today.
Yeah. My guy is getting fish right now.
He's off the hook. Just in case. Oh! You get seasick, Con. You strike me with someone who gets seasick.
I think he's wearing his goggles, so he's not on headset. But I was gonna hide. Me and Jack were gonna hide there. So that. Wait, what did you?
I
say?
said, do you get seasick?
Oh.
What's Blood waffling about, man? Blood's not telling my story.
I feel like if we stay like dressed like this all day, something homosexual could go down.
I've kissed you before. I'll do it again.
Let's go, Vic.
Come on.
He's caught himself.
Do I have burger nips?
Burger nips.
Yeah.
What are burger nips.
Like big nips.
No, those are like normal size
They're not massive.
That's pretty normal.
How big are the sharks?
Well, you can have all sizes. Yeah.
What's the biggest you've caught?
Fish like
What size?
2 meters. Yeah, that's big. That's serious fish.
That's taller than me.
That's like quite some distance.
It's almost double. What's the sonar?
Oh my god. That's 1% behavior. That's what that is.
You try again. What's the sonar saying?
Is it looking good?
He's saying the water temperature is absolutely perfect for these conditions. You want to stay tuned to the Marlin men because we are winning this challenge.
Looking out at sea, see some other losers. Honkers. 0 fish caught today. Harry, not a chance, going up against the big bad Marlin men.
And look at those fucking bitches.
Oh, your boat is shit, man. By me. You got ads on your boat. Fucking loser.
Fucking shit, lobster.
You are shit.
Oh, thank God. I just realized.
Taller than me.
That's like quite some distance.
It's almost double. What's the sonar?
Oh my god. That's 1% behavior. That's what that is.
You try again. What's the sonar saying?
Is it looking good?
He's saying the water temperature is absolutely perfect for these conditions. You want to stay tuned to the Marlin men because we are winning this challenge.
Looking out at sea, see some other losers. Honkers. 0 fish caught today. Harry, not a chance, going up against the big bad Marlin men.
And look at those fucking bitches.
Oh, your boat is shit, man. By me. You got ads on your boat.
Boo!
Fucking loser.
Fucking shit, lobster.